Hi, it's Archie Luxury, and you're on the Archie Luxury live stream, the greatest live stream in the watch community. Guys, we are here. I want to say a big thank you to my good friend Dis Horez Dis. He ran a fantastic show last night. I did my usual stint, and he ran it for a while longer, and he did a great job. Thank you, Dis. I want to bring Dis on board very soon. Guys, we're going to run this show. It's going to be a great show. We're going to have a fantastic time. Let's run the intro and let's talk. Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury. Welcome to the live stream channel. I want to say a very special thank you to Mr. Zeal, Tan Zeal. I went through my hibiki on the weekend with my good friend Jerry, and Tan has bought a replacement Amrat, which I got to be honest with you, I've been a huge fan of Amrat for many, many years. So, Mr. Zeal, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You are a great legend. You're a legend, legend. Guys, what's happening here? Well, it's actually a little bit chilly. I thought I'd put a collared shirt on today. I got a little bit of a blanket. Put a blanket on my legs here. It's weird weather. This is weird kind of weather. But hey, you know what? It's always good to come on these streams here. These streams are what keep us going. Speaking of fantastic, warm friends, we got the Bear Clooney. Hello, Mr. Clooney.
Hey, Patrick, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm fantastic. What's going on?
Not much, not much. I see you are in the midst of a drama. Your topic, we stand with JJ. Has Higgins joined the other side? What's going on, Archie? What is going on?
Hey.
What's going on, Archibald?
I thought Higgins was on our side.
No, I'm asking you what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm busy. I have a job. I'm working. I'm asking you what's going on, Archibald. I know you're in a loop, in the midst of everything. You know everything that's going on. What are the Bogans telling you? What are the Bogans telling you?
Look, you know what?
What are the Bogans telling you?
I'll tell you. I like Higgins. I like Higgins and I like JJ. They're both my friends. I don't have a problem with either one of these legends.
You want to be a Switzerland?
They're my friends. Well, I got no problem. JJ, we've done so many amazing streams with the Higster. Higgins has done
Higster. JJ and Higster.
So many amazing streams.
Wait. I'm receiving some news here. One second, please. Let me give you a rundown. Boss.
Yes,
so, in short, there is a lot of fucking drama going on community, on Watch Nicholas, everywhere. Fucking drama. So, OC pulls up JJ's watch on community, and he said it's a disgrace to FP Journe.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Disgrace to FP Journe?
Is it a jealousy? I don't know. I'm just
Why is it a disgrace?
I'm receiving the news. And ask the punters. Don't ask me, ask the punters. So apparently JJ's FP Journe has made a big issue on community channel, and OC is using the word disgrace. JJ shows up in the chat and fires back at OC. JJ doesn't stay quiet. He fires back. Community trolls go after JJ. A lot of trolls in the community channel, Archie. They go hard against JJ. They run a poll to bring a Higgy back. The poll says, should we welcome Higgins with the open arms? Wow. Wow. And then finally, Archibald, look at me. Grifter runs a show on Anderson Geneve world timers to lure the Higgins in. So much fucking drama, Archibald. Grifter
so much
is desperate to take a Higgy. He wants Higgy, and he is advised by OC what to do and how to do it. So what do we do now? What do we do now? What do I do? Archibald? Tell me, please, Archie. What do we do?
What do we do? I tell you, we keep making brilliant content. That's what we do.
Brilliant content.
Brilliant live streams. Enthralling live streams. We're here for the punters every day.
Yes. You seem very disturbed by this news. You seem very intensely disturbed. These are days of our lives, Archie. This is a
By the way, Mr. Bear,
yes.
I'm going to be starting the show a bit later tomorrow. I've got to take my wife to the station tomorrow morning.
Okay, Archie. Okay.
So,
okay, Archie. JJ watches Hangout. Super chat, and he's got super chat for you, Archibald.
$2. Don't give them any air. They're just FP jealous.
Nice shirt, by the way. I like your shirt.
That's a Herman So's one. I haven't worn it for. I thought, put on a shirt today.
Yeah, fucking put a shirt on. You look good. You look fresh. You look like you rested well. Great show, by the way. Late night for you, for me, and you and everyone. This is fucking on the ball. Yeah, it was a good show. I highly recommend it. So
yes,
drama doesn't excite you. Archie? What do you think?
It does. I wanted to tell you the other thing is too. I don't know if you know the merch, the other people's merch. They were forced to remove Luxury Bazaar from the cups.
No kidding. Ouch. But why would they even go there?
You know what is nasty? Oh, Patel Philippe. You got a super chat. Patel Philippe, $55 Canadian, Californian. Big support for JJ. Bear should probably run the same poll here. See where it goes. Archie, you should stand up for your friend JJ. I love JJ.
Well, of course, we love JJ. But what poll you want me to run, Patel? You want me to run a poll? Do we welcome Higgy with open arms? Is that the poll? Please confirm. And we will certainly do it. Thank you, by the way, Patel, for a huge, beautiful, juicy, red-colored super chat. We love those. Oh, we love red-colored super chats. And we have more super chats coming in. And this is a very important public announcement, which is circled throughout the community. We need to announce this every day. Coming this time from John C., $2.
John C., $2. Remember to push the water and defecate. Water. I'm doing it, Bear.
Push the water, Archie. Push the water. Okay. So this is Tanzil's poll. Okay, Archie, are you ready? You ready? She just texted me.
Hang on. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now. Start a poll. Yes, sir. What's the question?
Should Higgins leave the Archieverse? I repeat, the question is, should Higgins leave the Archieverse? Two choices, yes or no. That would be the poll.
Now what we do is Bear.
Yeah, whisper. We don't want everyone to hear.
We can change the outcome by saying yes, definitely, and absolutely. You see what I mean?
I don't know. I see what you mean there. Okay. You're sneaky, eh?
I got to remember,
Anyway, guys, remember to push the water. It is not how much you drink, it's how much you urinate. And remember to defecate. Defecate, defecate. That's important. We had another super chat, boss. I think we had another super chat.
We have another super chat. We do indeed have another super chat from the Watch Lounge, $2. Cheers to JJ for his FP Journe. Congratulations. And we've got Real Big Boy. This is my HR friend, Bear. Any HR questions?
friend. Welcome, welcome, HR. We respect HR. How are you, HR?
Hi, Archie.
Resources.
Hi, Bear. Pleasure to be on again. I've just quickly popped on to say, from a HR perspective, I thought Marcello was suspended from the Archie stream, but I saw him yesterday. What's going on?
No, he's not. The all the bands are done and out. It's Archie. Archie basically decided who is banned right now. Archie, nobody. Just ER,
Plastic.
right?
Plastic.
Plastic, not because of me. I don't care. You can have plastic.
Ah,
Dodger. How about Dodger? Dodger.
No. Dodger is not banned. He just doesn't have a keys. He's banned from having keys.
Even after Bird Brain was on other channels bad mouthing you, Arch, he's not banned.
You know what? From a HR perspective, who hasn't bad mouthed me?
Yeah. In a way, you're right. Yeah. Do we have a problem, Archie? Your call. Do you have a problem with Bird Brain being on your channel? You tell us, Archie.
You know what? I don't really care. I'm no longer angry at him or anyone. That's okay.
Can I translate? We don't give a flying fuck. How's that?
Yes,
Can we pull up the sorry, HR, we really don't give a flying fuck. So can we pull up the JJ's Watch Hangout comment? I think it's an interesting comment.
Oh, hold on. I've just got Marcello in the building with me. 1 second. You're just going to talk.
Okay. Can you pull up the JJ's Watch Hangout comment, please?
Yes, sir. Done.
Read it, Archie. Read it.
Archie, I would never ask you to choose me or Jonathan Higgins Quails or anyone else. Everyone is welcome on your show. I have no issue with that. Calling my watch guy ugly just shows you know fuck all about watch collecting.
Well, Archie has a little bit of a problem reading. We know that. He's a bit poor reader.
I have no issues with that. Calling my watch ugly just shows you know fuck all about collecting. Yes.
So that FP Journe, according to a big front head politician, is ugly. Ugly, boys. Ugly. That FP Journe is so ugly. Super chats coming in fast and fucking furious, Archie. Focus. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen, Bear. We got Nick M, $2, still at the salt mines, but hi to the punters. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Nikki, don't work too hard, man. Don't work too hard. Learn from Archie. Low effort makes it happen, okay? Just be persistent. No hard work, only low effort and persistent, okay?
Fella, $5. Arch, 5107p on its way. I want 3-minute talking about why it's epic. Pretend if you have to. Tell Tan why he needs to get one. Well, look, I got to tell you something. 5107, I had the 5107. I had it in white gold. That was the white gold version. In platinum, it gets the black dial. That was at a phase when Patek was using black dials to show off platinum.
Bring it up, Archie, so we can look at the beautiful watch when you talk about it.
I got to tell you, seriously, this is a fantastic watch. 5107p. This is absolutely gorgeous. In many ways, I think the 5107 is the most beautiful of the series because it's got the smooth bezel. The smooth bezel is what makes this watch so special. Black dial.
Bring it up, Archie.
Yep, bringing it up now for you guys here. Black bezel, smooth bezel, black dial. Absolutely, this is probably one of the most beautiful Calatravas you will ever see in your life. Look, I've owned a few 5127s. I've owned a few Calatravas. I love them. But this, honestly, this could be a one and done. You got a beautiful display back. You've also got a little diamond, but at the 6 o'clock up between the lugs to show the world that you've got the platinum one.
Platinum, yeah.
I won.
Nice.
I had a white dial. Actually, I didn't have Tiffany and Co. But what I'm trying to show you is this is what the platinum. Look, it's just a beautiful watch. And fella, congratulations! You can never go wrong with a 5107p. Wear it in good health.
Holy shit, that was great effort, Archie. Kudos to you, man. Well done, sir. Well done. Super chat.
Patek Philippe, $5.50. The 5107p is a disgrace. Oh no! Why would you say that? It's a look, Patel. I know.
No, listen, it's a super chat. Put some passion in it. Tell us why is this disgrace to the brand. Tell us why.
Disgrace to the brand.
Yeah, you need to change your opinion fast. Super chat changes the opinion. Yeah, change the opinion. Yeah.
Patek got confused putting black for platinum.
That's right.
Now they put black on for white gold. It's lost its meaning, so it's confused.
Right.
It's confused.
Disgrace to the brand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a shameful interpretation of this Calatrava.
Exactly. That's exactly right there.
We despise it, Archie. We despise it. We might change our mind for another.
We might even ring the dealer. We might even ring the dealer for you. Okay?
Ring the dealer, yes, sir.
To get out of the deal. Get out of the deal. Let's see if we can get you.
It's a disgrace.
Get you out of the deal. That's exactly it. We want to get out of the deal because it's not a good deal to be in. Okay, it's not a good deal.
Sucks. Disgrace to the brand. Thank you very much, Patel. And then we have a super chat from the smartest Australian, P Clan.
Here we go. P Clan, $5. My bowel movements run like a German train schedule. Hashtag Schreider come back. Actually, Schreider got a bit angry at me. Okay.
Oh. Why? Strider, don't be angry. Hey, Strider, hey.
I contacted Strider and said, hey, how are you going? Just talk to him. He goes, hey, I'm thinking about selling my Diet Pepsi. That's the Tudor GMT Pepsi.
Right.
And I said, why? He goes, oh, I just put it into the mortgage. I said, oh. I got to tell you the truth. He got angry at me for sharing that on my stream. I'm desperate for content.
Why would he get angry about something like that? That's not a big deal. It's not like you share that he's doing something bad or wrong.
Exactly.
It's a watch content. He described the present situation with the punters. He describes what punters have to do these days and why is our hobby in danger. You are alerting people about the danger, economical challenges and financial troubles.
P. Clan, I got to tell you, so then Strider got angry at me, and the reason why I mentioned it was because I'm actually thinking of doing the same thing, keeping 1 to 3 watches, selling a few off, and reducing the mortgage. Interest rates are hitting 7%, sunshine.
Fuck me, that's 7%. That's ridiculous. Luckily, your credit card is how much percentage? The money you owe on a credit card?
It's about 7,000 actually at the moment.
Yeah, but how much is your interest there? 7%?
That's about 14%.
14. Oh, that's not that good. Okay, we'll change the topic. Going to another super chat. This time from the boss himself. 550 Californian. Thank you, Patel.
550. Arch, pull up the FP Journe Octoloon.
Rose gold.
FP Journe
Octoloon. Rose gold. Salmon dial.
Look at this. What a fucking beautiful watch.
I don't know. I was wondering, maybe it's a bit ugly. What do you think? It's a bit ugly? Maybe a little bit ugly.
Is it an ace or a disgrace? I think it's beautiful. Look, I'm not a big FP Journe man because I used to be a Patek guy.
You used to be? Hang on. What do you mean you used to be Patek guy?
Well, I don't have many. I got one Patek. That doesn't make me a Patek guy, does it? One Patek.
What? Yeah, it does make you. It does make you Patek guy, and frankly, it's not about how many Pateks you own. It's how much passion you have for Patek, and also how much knowledge you have for Patek, and how much literature you have for Patek, and how much you read about Patek, and every single Patek you own, and so on and so on and so on. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you, Pontiff. When I think Patek Philippe, the initials itself remind me of Paul Pluder. Paul Pluder.
Yeah.
That is
Look,
a Patek man. You are never going to be anything else but Patek man, Archie. You're a Patek man. But go back to this. Tell us.
I think it's a beautiful watch. FP Journe. If you look in Australia, where the hell am I going to get an FP Journe from? They're so specialized. You know, this is a brand. I'm in the backwaters of the world. Okay. But,
yeah, I gotta be honest.
I'm not a New York. New York. You know, I'm not a New Yorker. Cool New Yorker. You know.
Yeah, you're Brisbane. You're Tudor type of guy. That's a capital, by the way, gentlemen. Tudor capital of the world is Brisbane. If you did not know that.
Brisbane.
And talking about Tudor, we have a super chat from none other but Mr. Tudor to you.
Mr. Tudor to you. We love him. Tudor. He's a great guy. We love him. Mr. Tudor to you, $5. Like JJ, I don't give a shit about what people think about my watches. Tudor Viking Tuesday, ladies. I got to tell you,
Tudor 54 is amazing. And I am definitely thinking now about purchasing Tudor FXD, Mr. Tudor to you. FXD is now on my target. It's my new target. I might pull the trigger. I'll be going to see my AD in about a week and a half. And guess what, Mr. Tudor to you? I'll probably be adding another Tudor. We love Tudors.
You know, if I was in expansion mode, I'd get a burgundy again.
Ooh, nice. That new burgundy. With
Speaking
the Jubilee bracelet.
Tuners, we got JJ joins the stream. Hello, boys.
Tuna is here.
Can you hear me okay?
Tuna.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
A little bit metallic, kind of like a metallic sound.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm just heading out in a little bit, so I just.
Okay, no, it's okay. It's not bad.
I just wanted to say, Arch, no negative self-talk. What is this? I'm no New Yorker. You're a bigwig from Brisbane, man. You're the Brisbane bigwig.
Yes, International Man of Horology, Archibald Chesterfield III, Fikers, one and only OG.
Celebrity.
Hey, just having a look here. Patek Philippe, $5.50. Arch, JJ can make a cool $50,000 flipping that disgraceful piece. Should he sell and buy another laundromat, or should he prove to you he's a collector? Look, JJ can do whatever he wants. He's got to decide. I'm not here to tell. You can't tell another man what to do with his money.
I did not know JJ is in laundromat business. Are you in a laundromat business? That's a good business, man.
No, I'm not in a laundromat.
Why? Well, that's a very good
business.
That's not wrong. You can make fucking some serious cash doing laundromats, man. Good for you, JJ.
Man. You can. Good for you.
Does it look like a baseball? Does it look like a baseball in the dial? Is there too much negative space near the time dial? I don't even know what a time dial is. I've never heard that expression.
It's a very, very iconic and very recognizable FP Journe. Okay, that's a first thing that
this isn't the one that you've got. This is not the one you've got, JJ, is it?
I've got that. That's it.
That's the one?
Yeah, she's the one. I don't know. I mean, look, it's not a quartz day date. But it'll have to do.
What do you mean quartz day date? What the fuck is a quartz day date? Who the fuck wears? Is that Cliver? Only Cliver would fucking own quartz fucking Rolex.
Yeah,
ain't nobody in this world and call it rare bird. Who the fuck wants quartz fucking Rolex?
What's wrong with that picture?
Cliver, get the fuck out of here, Cliver.
That picture you sent me looked terrible. You know, that photo, it really distorted the dial. I thought that was actually how it looked.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, well done. Well done. That's beautiful. Sorry, we got real big boy joining the stream. Let me just grab this super chat. We got a super chat. Super chat. Where
Where
have
have you
you been?
been?
Watch collector, the Watch Lounge, $5. Since I'll be wearing suits and toes soon, all the Calatrava or Saxonia thin. You know what? I'm not a big fan of the Saxonia thin. I'd go for Calatrava.
Don't even hesitate. Just pull the trigger and tell people what to wear as a dress watch. Come on.
Oh, we got a huge super chat from Patek Philippe.
No.
50.
You gotta make a decision on the watch lounge, man. You gotta make a decision here.
Calatrava.
Which Calatrava do you recommend for watch lounge? Just give him a good value Calatrava. Let's give him a recommendation for Pontiff. What Calatrava?
6119 would be beautiful. The current manual wind would be stunning.
You saw basically manual wind is way to go, Pontiff?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100%.
Thank you, Pontiff. Thank you, Pontiff.
Thank you.
And
Thank
the super
you.
chat from Patel. Oh, this is a
Oh
big
my!
one. No
We got to give him
kidding.
something. What can we give him?
I don't
Gummy
know. What
bear?
do you want? What do you give him? A gummy bear. Give him a gummy.
Give him a gummy bear.
He loves bear. He loves bear. Patel loves bear.
He loves the bear. Everybody loves the bear.
No, not so much.
That's the bear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much there for your support. $55 for JJ's take on today's events and the competition's move to steel quail.
JJ, please.
Well, number one, I hate to give. I mean, he's only doing it because, well, number one, he's a hater, but number two, he's trying to get attention to that failing channel that makes $7. So I hate to even give them what they're looking for here. But yeah, it's just sad to see, to say this is ugly. I mean, come on, it's not a Maurice Grossman. It's not a Quartz Day Date. Like, what are we talking about here? Really? We're going to start criticizing my watches. Whatever. Look, I don't care. I'm not going to go tit for tat with that. You can think whatever you want.
No, but the question is rather, what do you think about their move to steal their Higgins?
I'm working my way into that. Now, they've said such horrible things about him and him about them. I don't see that them ever reconciling. My only thing is, I would say Jonathan has to be crazy because it would only help him, but it would in no way help Jonathan. It would just make him look foolish and go back. What's going on? What is this?
JJ, are you
that's real big boy. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm muted.
That's okay.
Okay. Listen. I'm going to say this. JJ is obviously a very close friend to Archie. Higgins is a great panelist and great contributor to Archieverse. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's staying here because this is where he belongs. When he talks watches with Tanzil, when he talks watches with Archie,
he should absolutely stay here. I have no issue. I'm not pushing to not have him here, and I don't think anybody is. I think the other side is
your class sucked.
Well, I think the other side is pushing that narrative because they're desperately in need of someone who knows about watches. I mean, after the comments I've heard today, it was pretty laughable how they could call themselves a watch channel. But I don't think I have to agree with you. The knowledge there about watches is truly, truly dismal. And this is not going harsh. This is not attacking. This is just stating the facts. Who is the watch expert on their channel? Who actually knows watches? I mean, realistically, it's not the forehead. I'll tell you that.
Well, Timok has not been into watches 2 years ago. They're basically into watches maybe last 2 years, and ultimately they are just desperate to get some validation, some quality. There is no watch people there. It's just a ongoing fraternity. That's it. And the geezers who want to be cool by default. That's it.
The only one I would say who has some watch knowledge. I know a lot of people like to hate on him, but I would say maybe Boston Collector. Other than that,
oh man,
well, I mean, look, he knows models.
Are you joking? Oh my God, you kidding me, dude?
That knows what's what. Like, they asked him, "Do you like the Journe?" He was like, "Of course." What do you mean? Like, he was like baffled that he's like, he was getting pressed. Like, really, you like this? Like, it was bad. Like, it's not selling triple retail in one of the hottest watches and hardest to get. Like, really, you like this? Like, it just doesn't even make sense. But whatever. Hey, look, if that's
Boston Collector, I lost you at that point. I somehow have a difficulty hearing you now.
Well, I'm just saying. You asked who is their watch guy. I would say he's the guy they turn to. That's my answer.
That's very sad. That's truly sad.
Who would you pick that they turn to? Who do you think they turn to?
I think the greatest knowledge about watches there would be Marcelo. I really believe that. I think nobody there could actually match Marcelo's knowledge. And I'm not fucking doing a shtick. You tell me who knows and experiences more watches than Marcelo there on that channel. No wonder Marcelo fucking left and came to Archie. No wonder. I'm not surprised. That's a fact, man. I'm speaking facts. I only call it as I see it, telling the truth. This is a truth channel. We have a freedom channel, we have a truth channel, and you have a watch channel. JJ, Archie, and Watch Nicholas Alliance. Guess what? You're the watch channel, we're the truth channel, and what's a watch Nick? I forgot now. What the fuck did I call that? Yeah, freedom channel. Freedom. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Bear has spoken.
Listen, we have to have an fight back against the hate, where all the hate comes from. It's sad.
Well, we know what's a hate channel, clearly.
Sad.
Archie, what do you fucking think about this thing? What do you think? Come on.
Absolutely lunacy. It's lunacy. It's absolutely lunacy. I got to tell you, Higgins is.
Please tell me.
Higgins, Higgins came over to us. He's one of our guys. I don't see the JJ battle is anything to do with us. We love JJ. JJ's he's a lieutenant.
We had a one-off battle. I don't ask anyone to get involved in my business. I can fight my own fights, and so could he.
Yes.
It's done is done, and that's it. I would never ask anyone to take a side or to kick him off. I would never in a million years do that.
I mean, at the end of the day, we always stand with JJ.
You don't have to. You don't believe in exiling people to Shadowland. You don't. You do not believe in exiling people to Shadowland. Okay, listen. I gotta learn. I gotta learn to be a better person like JJ. I have to learn. I am reconsidering everything. I'm retracting. I'm gonna retract so many things, JJ. You have no fucking idea. Yeah, of course, plastic plastic is more than welcome to come back. Absolutely. But Archie doesn't want him now. I don't know.
No, I don't particularly want him, but that's okay.
I couldn't care less. I just don't want people to be crawling through the Shadowland. It's not a good place to be.
Did you know I traded plastic away? We had a draft. I traded him for, it was a Tanzil question, super chat. Who would we trade if we could trade one guy from here for one guy from the panel? I traded plastic. I traded plastic away for Rolex.
Plastic for who?
Rolex.
Hey, I like Rolex. I always liked Rolex. To be honest with you, I will never forget, and I always bring that up, when Archie was in a very difficult place, in a difficult time, and previous crew left, and he was really struggling, to be very honest with you. It was hard to watch. Rolex was the first guy to jump on and chat with Archie and create some decent content. I always thought of Rolex as a good guy.
And if you remember, Archie wanted to boot me, and Rolex is like, no, he's cool. Let him stay. Let him stay.
That's true. That's actually true. That's very true.
Otherwise, I would never be here. But so, yeah, I traded him. And you know what the best part was? Rolex popped up and super chatted Watch Nick. It was great.
That's
up today.
That's true.
Hey, Rolex is welcome here anytime, right? I would imagine. Arch, yes? You want to chime in here?
Of course.
Yeah, Rolex, of course he is. He's welcome here anytime he wants. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I would actually love to see Dirk here. I actually would love to see Dirk here. I'm talking who I would like to. Everybody is welcome. That's not the point, but who I would like to talk with. I would like to talk with Dirk. I would like to talk with Rolex. I would enjoy those people.
Yes.
I think they always been quite nice toward Archie. They never said anything bad about Archie, and if they did, I know some people pointed to me. Rolex said a couple of things. That's a shtick. That's okay.
It's all forgiven. You know what
Archie,
I mean?
what about Watch Will, the guy that kept farting? Where's he gone?
Will the father, remember him?
Will the father. I loved Will. I him, of course. I remember the young guy.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Green room before the green room. He was a green room before.
He only farted when he was nervous. Okay.
He was like green room in the pilot of an episode, like in a pilot episode of a.
Yeah,
He was like green pants.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good illustration of him. He was very cool, man. He had a British accent, right? He was a Brit.
Marco met him in person at the London Watch Show. He said,
He
said he was really, really polite and he was very tall. That's what he said.
Yes.
Ah, I see. We need to get him back on. He was hilarious for all the wrong reasons.
Yes. He said, Archie, would you ask him to do something? He goes, well, I'm busy today. But that was one of the best.
By the way, JJ, you have a super chat question from a fantastic panelist, a fantastic punter, Thomas Burnett. Thank you, Thomas.
Burnett, £2. JJ. What would be your one and done from the box?
If I could only keep one,
can I guess?
Day.
You could guess. I have two in contention here. Go ahead.
Day.
I'm gonna guess two. Okay, so you're guessing day date. I'm guessing day date or Vacheron overseas.
Arch, you want to weigh in on that?
Day date. And overseas. You know what?
Yeah,
I would have if it was me, right? One and done. I got to tell you, JJ. You know what? The FP Journe is. I would love to say the Journe, but it's a dress watch. That's a second. That'd be my secondary. Okay.
Yeah, that's not a one and done for sure. I agree.
Look, I got to tell you, it'd have to be Panda or the Hulk.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say. It's either, I think Bear and ABC hit it on the head. It's either the day date or the overseas.
Do I know my JJ or do I know my JJ?
You know your JJ, man. You're right.
I would always usually say day date, but I'm not so sure anymore. It's gotten a lot closer.
Yeah. JJ, how do you find wearing the day date? Is it comfy? Because I know there's no easy link.
Yeah, it's very comfortable, but yeah, there's definitely sometimes it's a little snug and sometimes it's a little loose, but very little. I mean, but it's very comfortable overall. It's heavy.
So there's an offer to sell the watch.
Here we go.
JJ, there's an offer.
Patek Philippe, $5.50 Californian. JJ, would you sell the FP Journe for $115 out the door today to fella?
No.
He's hard to deal with, Bear.
Fella? No, I disagree.
It has nothing to do with fella. I just wouldn't sell it.
Fella is a wonderful guy. I think
he's
you
a great
are
guy.
hard to deal with. You are hard to deal with.
Yeah,
and frankly, he gives you a lot of breaks. You know what? He likes you. He supports you, even though you did not even have time to have a coffee with the fucking guy. Disaster. I don't want to bring it up. I don't want to talk about it, but you did not even have time to have a coffee. You say it's too hot. Did you fucking hear about a thing called iced coffee? Coffee?
You're right.
You did not want to give him the time.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. That was it. Fella, go fuck yourself. Give me money. Here's your fucking thing. Go fuck yourself. Disaster.
I'll tell you what, Arch, if you came over to the UK and did that to me, I'd go and buy a Louis Vuitton suitcase just to smack it over your head.
Amen to that, man. Amen to that. Super chat from one and only Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe, $5.50. Archie, I've just received an email from JJ with a counter offer of 120,000. I forwarded to Higgy to take the situation from here with American ADs.
American ADs. American ADs. Yeah. So what do you think about that, JJ?
I don't think they'll believe you.
No.
Can you hear me?
No. Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can hear.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would buy that story. I would need 3 years' wages to give it up.
Wow.
We have another super chat and another question for JJ from Lost Spring Bar.
Man,
Lost Spring Bar, $2. JJ, what's more comfortable, Day Date or the OF Daytona? What's the Oyster Flex Daytona?
Oyster Flex, yeah.
Flex is lighter, yeah.
Go ahead, JJ.
You can't hear me?
You're breaking up.
This phone sucks. Hold on a second. Well, I would say the Oyster Flex.
What phone do you have, JJ?
I can't say because there's too many hackers out there.
Special. I see. I understand. Okay.
StarTac. Remember the StarTacs?
Answer the super chat, JJ.
Oyster Flex is more comfortable. Plus, it has the adjustment.
Another question for JJ. People love asking you questions when your connection is bad. Tiktology, $5, please, Archie.
Tiktology, $5. JJ, what advice would you give to a new luxury watch collector other than buying what you like?
Well, have an idea of how many pieces you want, what watches you like, and go from there. Like I would build out. Do I want different brands? If I do want different brands, which type of models? Like if I want a diver from one brand, or I want a chronograph from another certain brand, and really kind of get a little plan. Don't just buy one by one. Try to have an idea of what direction you're going. And I would always say, don't get too impulsive and just buy the crap. Save it and wait till you could get 4 of those watches and then buy something nice.
See, I actually want to comment on Tiktology Super Chat. I think telling a newbie in a watch collecting to buy what they like is a horrible advice. I don't think you should even use that sentence at all. I believe the first and foremost, the advice should be learn about the watches before you buy anything. Try to educate yourself about market, horology, quality, design, read, watch the watch content, and then start thinking about what you're going to buy. Because you buying what you like without any understanding or knowledge can be actually quite disastrous.
True.
Archie, am I banned?
No,
Ray-Ban.
Mr. TW. No.
I'm not muted.
No, you're cool. It's all good. We got another super chat there. Patek Philippe, $5.50. Archie, pull up the FP Journe Octolume Rose Gold Salmon Dial on Chrono 24 and tell me if it's JJ. If it's JJ, tell me if it's JJ. Is it capo or fucking nuts for turning down fella's final $135,000?
Ooh, fellas offering 135, man. Dear God, I don't know. That might be a good deal. Let's check Chrono 24. Chrono 24, Archibald.
Yeah, let's
Chrono
check this
24.
baby out because let's face it, guys. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all.
By the way, Arch, while you're pulling this up, I think you should send a little note to Higgins and tell him he's welcome on your show from you, because Snake is definitely trying to recruit him on you.
Ooh. Okie dokie. Let's have a look here, guys.
That's a very complex things to ask Archie at this point. He's only capable of doing one thing at the time. He cannot multitask, and also whatever he does takes us additional time. So asking him that, JJ, is just not going to happen tonight.
So here's one for 115,000, JJ.
What size is it? Scroll down. Is that a 40 or 42?
This here is the 42.
Go see what a 40 it goes for.
40 is more expensive. I did not know that. I did not know that.
Sure.
I did not know that. Let's see the 40. Let's see the 40.
I see the 40.
You understand? You see or you understand? Which one?
I see. This is the 40. Wow, 40. It's a 42.
There
What's
are
the
no
40?
40s on. There are no 40s on here because there's none for sale, my man. That's my point.
Well. Okay, Mr. Fella, 235 is certainly not enough.
So what's the 40 going for?
Like 140 and up.
145, JJ. We want 145. Fella,
I'm not selling it at all. This just took me over three.
Relax, JJ. This is serious money, man. We can't fucking waste of
JJ.
145 going once, 145 going second time, 145 going 3 times. Come on, fella, raise that fucking paddle there. Raise the paddle, fella. Super chat from Nick M.
Nick M. We love. Oh, here's a 40. Here's a 40, JJ.
How
much?
Here's a 40 in Hong Kong. In paper, it's still wrappers. It's got wrappers on it. Rappers.
Is
that there you go. Go get it.
What you want. You
can't
always get what you want.
Go get it. There you go. Cheaper price.
Nick, cheaper price, Archie. Go for it. Archie, you can $10. $10, Spiker. $10.
$10. Thoughts on the Tudor Ranger 39mm for a 19-inch wrist? I want the bracelet.
Not
and I like
19-inch, 19 centimeter
wrist. I want the bracelet and I like the T-fit clasp for traveling light. I already have a Tudor Black Bay 41 with a black bezel, no T-fit on it.
That's a 7.5-inch wrist arch.
Yeah, I reckon that's
for the Americans.
That's like an average. That's a pretty good sized wrist.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go for it.
Don't go for it. It's a total fucking dog from Tudor. Don't buy Ranger. They can't fucking move it. Nobody fucking likes it. And if you are really, really into Ranger, don't buy from AD because they crash on the secondary market because nobody likes a fucking dildo hands and nobody likes the little child drawing on a fucking dial. The watch is disaster. Total fucking disaster. Either get Tudor 58 or get the Tudor 54 or get the something like that, even the Tudor Black Bay Pro. But honestly, Ranger, fuck, come on, man. Please, Nick, don't make that mistake. You'll thank me after. Thank you.
That's exactly
Super chat from
Mr. Valjoux. Mr. Valjoux, the hero of the show, $10. Speaking of watches,
how did he become a hero of the show already? He just shows up and he's hero already. Come on.
He's a hero of the show. He's my friend.
Hero of the show. Okay.
He knows Larry Ellison.
Oh shit. Okay, then he is the hero of the show. Yeah.
He's the hero.
Okay.
Speaking of watches we like, I was conversating with some watch enthusiasts today that their taste is a niche compared to the 10X iced out watches in the hip hop community love so much.
Oh, that makes total sense to me. It's because there's
about the hip hop, talking about the niche, talking about the stars.
We got Mike the Snake.
Mike the Snake joins us. Whoa!
Yeah, here I am, Mr. Hip Hop.
Mr.
Yeah,
Hip-hop.
I'm down like a big dog.
Yeah. Right on.
Chingao,
guys.
Yeah.
So
no,
what is Mr. Valjoux actually telling us here?
I think there's us and us looking at the watches that we like, even up to the highest prices and quality level and all that. And then there's the Illuminati, there's the super elite collectors that,
like CB.
Maybe so. Okay. I've seen most of his collection on the show and it's, but that's the kind of person that I think he's referring to.
All right, guys, I got to head off. Thanks for having me on. I got to run out now. It's time.
Right on. See you, JJ.
All right.
JJ, I just want to let you know we love you. We love you, JJ. I want to make this statement here. JJ, we love you. you've always been a great part of our stream and our success. And I want to tell you, man, please enjoy that watch in good health. You are one individual. I'm so happy you got it. Okay. You're a lovely guy. I met you in New York. You're a genuine guy.
The only question I have is the buckle correct? Okay, that's what I want to know. Is the buckle correct?
I'm sorry, JJ. JJ,
All
I'm
good,
sorry.
guys.
Okay?
All
I
good,
apologize. Okay,
No
I
worries, no
apologize.
worries.
Okay, JJ. Okay.
No worries, Arch. All right, you guys have a great show. Make sure
I love
to keep
you,
those super
JJ.
chats
JJ,
rolling.
when are you doing a show next?
Maybe tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. I think Mo's doing one later. I'm not really sure what's happening, but I'm gonna
Watch Nicholas. Watch Nicholas is a show
Yeah,
at
and watch
9:30.
Yeah.
So we're sending a link to watch Nick tonight at
Yeah.
well, we're sending it when we end the show. It
Sounds
goes
good.
to watch Nick. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know because I'm happy to send some shows to you too.
Yeah, sure thing. I think I might do an early one tomorrow. So if I have, I'll send my 8 people over to you.
Thanks, JJ. We love you. Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
Thanks,
See you,
man.
JJ. Ciao, ciao.
He's a great guy. You know that he is a great guy. JJ is just such a nice.
He's a nice guy, but I like Watch Nicholas more than JJ. I'd rather send the link to Watch Nicholas. Me personally, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a little bit upset. Watch Nicholas doesn't come on and talk to us. Just have a talk, and I would really like to get him on. Come on, Watch Nick.
Well,
come on.
Do you come on his show to talk?
Yeah, but I'm the bigger star than him.
That's true. That is true.
I am the biggest star.
That.
Okay.
I can't argue that.
Okay.
I can't argue that. So am I. Would you say I'm a bigger star than Watch Nicholas?
Oh, definitely.
Fuck yeah.
Of course you are. Yeah.
Fuck that meatball. Fuck that meatball. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't mind Watch Nick. I don't mind Watch Nick, but he needs to come on and have a chat. Tell us what's happening. Give us some gossip.
Maybe come and kiss the ring too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Super chat from Tiktology, $2.
Okay, here we go. We got a super chat from Tiktology. He's a great guy. $2. What's not the real Mike Snake? That's not the real Mike. It's a recording. Look what I can do. Look what I can do.
I knew. Yeah, you gave him exactly what
I'm the real Mike the Snake. I'm the real Mike the Snake.
Oh, yeah, I'm the real Mike the Snake. You're not the real Mike the Snake. I'm real Mike the Snake. Yeah, Pantera.
That first snake fucking caught me so off guard, man.
Pantera. Super chat. Where have you been? Super chat from the boss.
Archie, Google Chin Gao and give us the first 2 site definitions that pop up. Here we go. We've got Chin Gao used instead of a swear word to emphasize or indicate irritation or displeasure with somebody or something. Chin Gao! You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
So, and the second one is, what does Chin Gao mean in Mexican? Holy shit. Fike. Chin Gao in Mexican. Chin Gao.
Well, ching means fuck. I mean, chinga de madre. She means fuck your mother, right? So ching is fuck in Spanish, basically. But when you use the word chingao, it's more of a whoa, fucking A, or like chingao, like you're saying if you're pissed off, you chingao, or you don't say it at or to somebody. It's an exclamation. It's like saying fuck when you stub your toe.
Emotion. Super chat from Ant G, $5. Archie, bring them up.
Yes, here we go. We got we got somebody here. We got our good friend. He's coming on now.
Hey, Chinko Archie.
And G, $5. Arch, Patek 5140 or 3940 or Y. These are Patek Perpetual calendars. You can't go wrong.
Bring them up. Archie, 5140 and 3940. Please, Archie.
You can't really go wrong either way. Okay? Can't go wrong either way there.
Bring them up, Archie. Bring them up.
Yeah, bring them up. Here we go. Patek 5140. It's a Perpetual calendar. And it's slightly bigger size. This is 37 mils, as you can see, 37 mils. The 3940 is 36 mils. Okay, it's the previous model. Look, personally, they're both amazing watches.
Never mind the indecisiveness. You gotta make a decision for the punter. He paid you $5. Make a decision.
If it was me, I would go for the 5140. Okay.
And why?
It's slightly bigger, 36 mil, just a little. It's a more modern reference. I like the 5140. I always thought they were cool.
Well, what's the difference in the size, Archie? Please tell us.
1 millimeter. 1 millimeter.
So which one are you picking? I'm confused.
I'd pick the 5140. 5140.
Is this the one you're picking? The one we're looking at now?
Correct, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
And the size is the only reason?
No, I kind of, there was the next model that came out. It was the next model in the lineup. Absolutely love it.
Okay, so this is your choice. There you go, NG. Pontiff has made his choice. Fella, $5, and this is request for Mike the Snake. Please, Archie.
Mike the Snake. Fella, $5. I want 60 seconds of Mike convincing Archie to sell me the box, and I want Bear to explain why Arch wouldn't have coffee with me for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is too long. No. Why he wouldn't?
That's pretty lame, Arch. You could have had a coffee with him, man.
All right. Tell me when the 60 seconds starts.
Okay, hang on. I gotta do the
now.
timer. Go, Mikey.
Okay. This is about the the box watch sale to Fella.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Archie, I think you should sell that thing to him for whatever price he fucking has offered you, and give him $500 off. Get it back as fast as you possibly can, and give it to Fella. And he wants it as is, damaged. So appease him and don't fucking keep dragging it out. And then what was the other question?
That's it. The other one is for me to talk 20 minutes, which I'm not.
No. What he wants you to do is Bear. He wants you to explain for 60 seconds why Archie wouldn't have coffee with him for 20 minutes.
For 60 seconds. Why Archie would not?
Well,
okay, the reason Archie would not have coffee with you, Fella, is primarily because he is just a very shy guy in real life. He just pretty much wants to keep to himself. He comes on these live streams and he talks to punters and he does this, but then when the lights are down, he just wants to hide and go away and be as private can be. Believe it or not, Archie's a very shy guy. So that's the honest answer. But I can do a shtick too if you want to super chat again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's very, very cool.
You got
super chat from Patek Philippe.
There we go. We got a stupid chat. $5.50. Mike the Snake, tell us about the epic bong rips you did at the Kali and Krishna centers.
Many a killer bong rip was taken. Not at the Krishna Center, but at the Kali Temple. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. I told you he started out as a beat, in the beat era, and became a very famous, world famous hippie artist, and hung out with Timothy Leary and that whole, drop in, drop out crowd. And he did a lot of the Jefferson Starship posters and the Human Being poster. If you look that up, he's a very famous artist. And but then he went to Afghanistan and India for about 4 or 5 years and became, studied him, and his daughter went with him. That was the crazy part. And he became a Baba, a real full-fledged. I mean, he went through everything it took to become a real priest and everything. But I think in his heart, he wasn't really anything but just a kind of a flim-flam artist, because he was always kind of muscling people into buying his art. And, he was always after the the money in the end, but not really. He was more after just living his kind of bohemian lifestyle. But he did it through ways that weren't always um,
Was it a
clean.
Chingao Baba? As Jimmy says, it's a Chingao Baba.
No, he wasn't a Chinga Baba. Doesn't deserve to be a Chinga Baba.
It was double Chinga Baba, man.
Double Chingao. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Super chat from the boss himself, by the way.
Patel Philippe, $5.50. $5.50. Archie, please do your best impersonation of Mike the Snake telling fella to fuck off with his lowball Gumtree offers on the box.
So Archie. First, you need to turn the camera off so we don't see you.
Yes.
Okay. Turn for now, camera off, and now you're gonna try the best you can do. So basically, you telling fella,
I'll mouth it.
tell fella to fuck off with lowball Gumtree's offers. That you are now Mikey the Snake.
Fella, the box. It's not a good offer. It's not a good offer. It's not a good offer.
You sounded more like Frank Sinatra.
You sound like a drunk Frank Sinatra. You don't sound like Mike.
Thank you. Hey, you fat fuck.
Oh, I told you, let me on the show, Archie, but fuck yourself now. Go fuck off. Fat fuck.
Hey, by the way, Sergey, did you see Marshmallow? Real Marshmallow was on the live stream. The late show for you.
No, I didn't see it. I forgot. Someone messaged me and said they were on it.
Yeah, you should have fucking
missed out.
jumped on, man. That would have made an epic live stream.
I would have done it. I want about, otherwise I would have done.
Sorry, you need to talk like Marshmallow. I don't understand you as a Danny.
I will say, if I doing these talkings with you, talking, I would go on and do a speaking with a bear, you kind of cooked. Western Zero, you little piece of cunt.
Oh shit. Archie, I didn't tell you to turn camera to eat the chocolates and to eat ice cream, okay?
Taking
You gotta
advantage.
work here. You think I don't know what you're doing? You are sneaky pontiff. Jimmy says, guys, to please upvote because this panel is a genuine fucking talent. So guys, it's not so please upvote, okay? Come on, Marshmallow, tell him to upvote, please.
Yes, I don't know how we say go on the Mash channel and upvote and send me super chat, you motherfucker.
Super chat from Chrissy Negroni.
Here we go. Chrissy
Negroni.
$2. Arch, I've been mistreated. Anyone room for me?
Of course, Negroni.
Of course.
You're always
Negroni,
welcome
yes.
here. Yeah, interesting avatar. Yeah, okay. Negroni is a cool guy. I like Negroni.
I think so too. Absolutely.
I mean, his watch
vote
knowledge
is-
his watch knowledge is pathetic. I mean, mind you.
That's
but
fine. He's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat. He's got nice tattoos. He can join us here. We can talk about tattoos, art, and stuff like that, right, Mikey? And
Sure.
Mikey can give him a few pointers about the watches. Yeah, Negroni's
I can,
okay.
and maybe I
Negroni's
can
okay.
even I can like there's somebody lower than me knowledge wise about watches, so that I'd say, oh, that's just what they call this. Like I'm an expert.
Basically, you would feel empowered if Negroni joins us, right?
Yeah.
Empowered.
But
empowered.
That
Is it
and
like a breath pressure?
I like Negroni. I think he's cool. I always think he's cool.
Yeah, so do I. They really they mistreat him quite a bit. I agree. Yeah, I mean, it's nasty what's going on there. It's a very, very dictatorship-like organization.
I'm
Horrible.
so glad I
Horrible.
don't. This is the only stream I really ever go on. I mean, I've only been on, aside from watching YouTube videos, the other streams like twice in a year. You know,
Exactly.
it's not like I'm a fucking watcher of their show or anything. I dropped on to say hi to a friend that I saw, and then I dropped out. And you know, I'm glad I'm just like staying out of the banter,
the toxic hate channel. The hate
the
channel.
toxicity.
Well, see what now?
Hey, guess what? I was initiated officially today.
To what? To where? To what?
Into a very, very, very elite club. I was given a belt buckle.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the club? What's the organization? Tell us about it.
You have to have taken a wild boar, like without help, clean shot, and then once it's just a small club of my brothers and a couple of other people, but yeah, when you get your first boar, you get your belt buckle.
So how many people are in the competition then, Mike? Is there like 4 people in the competition?
It's not a competition. It's just once you've gotten your first boar, you get the belt buckle, Nobody's in competition. In fact, these hunts, my brother had been hunting for so many years. They've gotten so many pigs. Like when I come to a hunt, it's all about me. They got me set up in the front seat, ready to go. They're ready to help me out of the truck if I need it, because I'm like I really am fucked up down to the ankles.
Mikey, I know you're going in for pigs, but you ever going in for pussy?
Yeah, we shot at a couple bobcats.
Ooh. Are you allowed to shoot bobcats?
You are, but it's not really like looked that great upon by the owner. But it's there. You're not gonna not take a shot at it.
Mike, what if you missed and the bobcat come up to you and started mauling you? Do you think you'd be able to get away?
I don't know, Bet. See, hunting's
Everybody...
never really been a big thing in Australia like that. Like we kind of.
I know, Archie. Our thing is eating. We love to eat. We don't hunt. We just.
Oh, we love to eat, man. My pig got butchered up the next day.
As a pig eaters, we have a buckles with the barbecue.
How much did it cost for the butcher to carve the pig up?
I think somebody mentioned $250, but we made it easier for him, so it might be less. But I got it mainly made into Italian seasoning sausage links.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, I could have gotten blocks of ground pork, but I don't like that. And my brothers knew. Don't make it all into sausage. They knew what to like. We want the straps and this and that. And I was just like, you guys, you know best. All I know is I just want a bunch in links. And there's nothing better than
meat left now. You're still eating meat now.
I have a few wild boar sausages from my brother that he gave me from previous hunts. The way it works is we drop the pig off at the butcher next door. Yes. At the ranch next door, happens to be a butcher, and then we usually come and pick up that. That's processed and stored, wrapped and stored in a freezer, and when we come down there for the next hunt, we pick it up. And if we get another pig, we take it to him, and he processes it. And so,
how long before
you can Archie, can I interrupt for 1 second? Yes. 1 second, please. Like right now, I just want to let you know we have about 160 viewers, while the Grevo Grifter has about 130. So not only that we are beating him in super chats, we're also beating him. Thank you to punters. We're beating him in the viewership. What I notice is that Marcelo is on that channel. Why don't you text him, ask him if he wants to jump over here? Ask him to come and visit us, not just in a different time zone, but to come and join us on a premiere channel.
And I'll have a chat with him as well.
Yeah. Tell him to leave the Grifter channel now. You have his number, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it now as we speak.
Yeah, say, hey, I see you are on Grifter channel talking boring shit that nobody cares about. We want you here. We want you to be a star. We want you to come and be a fucking star. Who fucking cares about some? He's showing some fucking cheap suits and some fucking shirts. Disaster. Disaster. What a shit show, man.
Okay,
What
it's
a
done.
garbage
Sent it.
show.
I sent it.
Oh my God. What a fucking absolute disaster, guys. Disaster. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting out of there because I don't want to give him a viewership, but hopefully Marcelo joins us. Hey, it would be fun. It would be fun. What a shit of a fucking show. Boring garbage. I don't know how people fucking do this shit. I really don't. I'd love to have a regular viewer from there, like to jump on our panel and give us impressions, explain to us how can they put up with that garbage? How can they watch that fucking garbage? I would love to know how their mind works. Anyway, sorry to interrupt, guys. Keep talking about the boars and so on. It's a good topic. It's a very good topic. I love it. I want to say hi to Dirk Diggler, and I want to say, Dirkie, jump on. Let's fucking talk, okay?
Mikey,
Alright?
Yes, sir.
so if you were out in the wilderness, yeah, and a bobcat come up to you and it started mauling you, what would you do?
First of all, it would never come up to me.
Well,
But
say this one's had a bit of cocaine, like the cocaine bear.
yeah, okay. A bobcat would be probably feasibly, if it was really, aggro, it would mess you up, but you could probably, beat it off.
Oh, I did a good deed. I did a good deed, boys. Super chat from Nick M. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Sorry, guys, to
There we
interrupt.
go.
Keep,
Nick M, $5. Thanks, Bear. After some thought, I'm going to skip the Tudor Ranger. I can't unsee the dildo hands.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you,
their hands are.
you're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it. Okay, I'm telling you. Take a look at the 54. It's a beautiful, beautiful watch with superior clasp, a great design. It's not small like you might think. Put it on a wrist, and you'll love it. If you're looking for a larger one, I'm thinking Tudor 58 is also quite good piece. I'm also liking the new burgundy on Jubilee bracelet. Very nice piece. I'm
There's
also
Pelagos.
recommending. Well, Pelagos I'm not big fan of except the FXD. The other ones aesthetically are not pleasing to me.
Oh, really?
But
I'm
that's
the opposite. I'm the opposite.
I know. We had that discussion before. I just don't like them. I don't like them. I
Yeah,
don't
okay.
like them.
Well, they got
I'm sorry.
others too, like the P01. It's kind of a weird little quirky watch,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
very, very,
P01
very
is
cool.
very interesting. P01
Yeah.
is like kind of like a Tudor's answer to fuck, my brain just stopped. Holy
Panerai?
shit. No, to Omega, the big diver, the big diver Omega. The
Super Ocean?
Ploprov.
Oh, Ploprov?
Yeah.
Huh. I
Yeah.
never compared it to that.
Yeah, I
But-
did. In my mind, I compare it all the time, Archie. Do you ever compare it, Archie, in your mind, the Ploprov and the P01 from Tudor? Do you ever compare it?
Not
I
really.
don't. I didn't. It
Not
never.
really?
The Ploprov never entered my mind when looking at the P01.
Proplov. Mike, it's not.
I've owned a
Proplov,
Pro Prof.
Proplov.
I've owned one, Bear.
I've worn
Which one, Archie? Which
I
one?
had a
Archie?
vintage one. Vintage. 20 years ago. Over 20
Show
years.
us. Show us.
Doesn't
I'd like to
matter.
see it.
They're all cool.
I don't have pics of it, Bear. That was so many computers ago.
Did it
but-
have the chain bracelet, or did it was it on a regular bracelet, or was it on rubber?
I think it was on rubber. Rubber.
Super chat from talking about Tudor, Mr.
Mr. Tudor to you, $5. Arch, I'll be in Japan for a week starting on the 24th and plan to eat at Marcelo's. If timing is right for show, we'll join. Thank you so much. Of course. Why not?
Ah,
Come
really? Hey, thank you, buddy.
Maybe we hear from Austin Daniels. People are asking if he's okay. Thomas wants to know, is Austin Daniels okay? I don't know. I haven't heard from him. I haven't seen him. I'm worried about Austin. Does he still have a wanker hair? Does he still have that? That what the fuck is it called? The fuck messing with my brain. I keep forgetting
Mullet.
words.
A mullet.
Mullet. Yeah, mullet. Does he still have a mullet? What's going on? Does he still have the 70-star porn star mustache? I don't know. What do you think, Archie?
It reminds me of Ned Flanders from Simpsons.
Yes, if Ned Flanders would be a wanker, he would be Austin Daniels.
The way he speaks and looks, it just reminds me of him.
So TW, what do you think about TW? Is he welcome to your show, Archie?
I'm not banned, Archie.
Oh, I don't know. T-Dub. Do you like T-Dub?
I love TW. He's very entertaining.
He is
I
quite
love
funny,
TW.
to be fair.
He calms me. Like when I'm nervous, when I'm hyper, I listen to TW and I calm down. Okay? I
Mikey, stop
calm and I'm relaxed.
camera.
What's that?
I heard you heavy
What's going
breathing. I
on?
thought you were knocking one out on camera, mate.
Who is a mouth breather, by the way? Who's causing all this mouth breathing? Is it you, Shirley?
No,
No,
that was me scratching my ear. I moved my earphone over and was scratching my ear. It was rubbing up against the
I
headphone. Sorry about
see.
that.
I thought you were
It's
knocking one
okay.
out, mate, because you forgot you were online.
Yeah,
I
I
see
left
and I
the
understand.
microphone on.
Ready to ching out all over the place.
Archie, Mookie is in the chat. Can we say hi to Mookie? Can we say
Mookie,
hi to Mookie?
hi
Do we love
Mookie.
Mookie?
Mookie. Hello, Mookie.
You like
Bill-
Mookie, Archie? Do you like Mookie?
I love Mookie. We
Do you
love
like
Mookie.
Why
Bill
do you love
Beach
Mookie?
says
Tell us.
hi Mookie. Or no, that's not. That's the wrong person, huh?
Cool, Mookie.
Is
Mookie's
it
the right
Meech?
person.
Ah,
No,
yes, Bap. And
Mitch.
Ben.
Mitch. Hmm.
It's very
Please excuse me. I got the two mixed up.
Yeah. Me
Yeah.
too. I thought it was Mitch too. Well, Mookie should be. I mean, Mookie.
Subscription for the Sundays only. You have not renewed. Is that correct?
What's
You
that? Your
talking
phone
to me?
subscription?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Who's
For the San Francisco Chronicle.
and
Calling to renew subscription for the Sundays only. You have not renewed. Is that correct?
that's yes, and I'm not interested in renewing. And plus, I don't have time for this. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Renew it.
Go fuck
renew it,
yourself,
Mikey.
Chingo, motherfucker.
Oh, Chingo, I don't have time for
This
this shit,
Mike
man.
the Sneak, don't you
What the
dare
fuck
ring
are
me,
you calling me
motherfucker.
now? Yeah, fuck me, dude. What the fuck are you calling me now? Patera. Mikey.
Sometimes, you know what I do when I get those fucking asshole cold callers? I'll say, "Oh yeah,
Tell
he's
us,
here.
Mikey.
Hold on," and I just set the phone next to like South Park, and on the TV, and just let them see how long they'll stay on the line, listening to some crazy television program. And at least I'm saving some other poor soul from them bothering.
Exactly, Mikey.
Um,
It's a God's work. Archie, what are we talking about? What's
Yes,
the show
sir.
about today? What are we
Hey.
doing? What are we doing,
Hey,
Archie?
I just got direction from the Zeal. The Zeal said, please send link to JJ tonight. Watch Nicholas will start after JJ.
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So, as far as the choices in Tudor, I agree. The older Black Bay, red dial or burgundy dial, 41 millimeter would definitely be is definitely in the running there when it comes to Tudor choices.
I don't think Archie is paying attention to you, Mikey. Can you make sure that he actually
Tunas.
listens to what you're saying?
Well, we were talking about what tunas were worth getting and what weren't, and like the Black Bay 54 and the 58, and the 58 Pro, and I'm just not a fan of any Tudor that has rivets on the fucking bracelet. First of all,
faux rivets. These are faux rivets.
I know they're fake rivets, so fuck that. I'm not about fake shit. So that's why I don't like.
Oh, look who's here! The old friend.
Horological Freddy Krueger. Here we go. $2. Good to see the Pontiff back in fine form.
All right.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a time when I was in a nasty war with Marky. And yeah, that's where the horological Freddy Krueger was born. He was born from that time. Greetings, welcome, and thank you for Super Chat.
Thank you so much, Horological Freddy Krueger.
All right, Archie, obviously we need a new topic. Why don't you go and see the watch news? Watch news. Time to turn on the monochrome watches.
Official ArchieLuxury watch news.
Monochrome watches, Archie. Monochrome watches. Let's see what is new in the world. I know that Tissot has put out the new 35 millimeter PRX. And there we go. Piaget introducing the new dial texture on the Piaget Polo. Do you like Piaget Polo? I love Piaget. So what do you think about this PRX 35 millimeter? What do you think?
I gotta tell you, that's a weird size, Bear. That is a fucking weird size. I mean, 35 millimeters.
I learned not to comment until I try it on. So,
see, they said that people said the 40 mil was too big, but wouldn't you go to a 38?
The way it's built, the way it's made, the way it looked on the wrist, I have to agree. It I have a 7 1/4 wrist, and it kind of sticked out a little bit. I did not like the lugs, the way they looked on my wrist. But you're right. Wouldn't you go to 38 instead of 35?
It's crazy,
That's
Bear.
a good question.
Have a look
Give
at
us your impressions. Talk to us.
I think 35 is marketing-wise poison, isn't it? That's such a small size.
I don't know.
36.
A lot of people in the watch geek community are very, very excited about it. Why? I can only comment on that once I actually put it on the wrist and try it on, because I was doing the same.
Here's a size comparison, Bear. Look at this. Look at this here.
Yeah. Take a look.
What do you think?
Dear God, that's a big difference. It's a bit of a big difference, Archie. Can you remove the super chat so I can see better?
Yeah, sure. 35 to 40. Look at that.
Wow. That's bigger than I thought it would be, like in direct comparison.
I don't know what to say, Bear. I mean, that's kind of a 35.
What do you think? What do you think intentions were? Why?
Is it a lady's size or is this a men's size?
Well, they're not going to make stupid mistake and classify it as a ladies and lose half of the potential buyers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've always said that 35 was kind of that was the size. 35, 36, like back in the day, size really didn't matter, and also
they're saying the reason it's 35 is because that's what the original PRX was.
Okay, so yeah, there you go.
I see.
It's an official retro kind of rehab, and then
here's
the
another photo.
bigger
Look
one.
at this.
Yeah, it is a big difference for sure.
No, it's a huge difference. Look at the lug to lug difference. It's probably 20 millimeters.
Well, yeah, it does. It does wear big, by the way, Taipei. It does wear big, but
Look
I
at
have
that
to agree
side
with
to side
Conte.
picture. That's just almost like excessively wide lugs.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Like
is 745 euros, Bear.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is
maybe
it
under $1,000.
this is not quartz, right, Archie?
No, it's automatic, I think.
Okay, yeah. There's a
He's
movement.
using.
Can I take a look at the movement?
He uses the ETA 2824. It's based on the
course, yeah.
2824.
Can't go
Which is
wrong there.
absolutely good, absolutely fine. Yeah.
You know, earlier we were talking about the Value 7750. If I'm not mistaken, Doxa used that that movement. And, just as
Which
FYI.
thank you, Mike. I always like to learn something new. So what do you think? What do you think is the reason for this? Are we seeing the trend of going smaller watches? Are we seeing a reduction in sizes as a new trend in watch world? What do you guys think?
Well, they did offer a big one, so maybe they're just covering both bases.
Archie, what do you think, Archie?
I got to tell you, Bear, I think this sort of stuff here is it's going to become more popular. I tell you what, because it's less risky playing with this, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like you get a few pieces, and then what are you going to do then? Tell me this. This is the whole
Good
thing,
point.
Bear.
We have a super chat from
Booster.
chat from Boozer.
Booster,
yeah.
$2. What does T and Tickers think of the 35 versus the 40? Good question.
I think in this price range, you know, $2-3 grand, it's a nice playing field because you know you might not be buying with any education, but if you lose, you don't lose that much, and what you gain is pretty damn good equipment. You know, and usually, and it you know has.
I don't like the way they've done a few things here on the back. That instant spring bar looks a bit cheap.
Yeah.
That quick release, it just looks a bit. And that means that you can only use proprietary type straps on it. You can't.
Yeah.
I wish they would have used a normal sort of system instead of this proprietary.
And have a gap, and have a fucking gap, and have a gap.
Yeah.
No, well, it's normal spring bars, normal, what normal watches use, you know? This is kind of
design of this watch is to have integrated bracelet. That is the success of the watch.
Yeah. Do most integrated bracelet designs have like something other than just a pin that they snap quick release onto, or do some have a something shaped other than a pin that they snap into, a notch or something like that?
So is this the ladies' version? Is this a ladies' or this is a men's version?
They are not positioning this as a ladies' version. They're just offering it as the 35 millimeter.
It's a good looking watch.
And people are very excited about it.
Yes. Would you buy one?
35?
That price point? Yeah.
I had a Tissot PRX. I had a Tissot PRX, the 41. I have to be honest, I did not like it. I found it to be a little bit cheap built. A little bit cheap built. I like the integrated bracelets and so on. But and I like that look. I like that, as Mikey likes to call it, Gerald Genta look.
The Genta, it's slightly Genta-esque. Yeah.
But it did not wear the way I liked it, so I got rid of it. Super chat
Looking
from
at the side by sides.
Master Valjoux, $5. We'll see smaller watch sizes because apparently more women are coming into the hobby. We're definitely going to see a big increase in smaller sizes.
Very
But
good.
will they be for men or for unisex? What are they?
Hopefully, they'll be for lots of women and men with small wrists.
Possibly, huh?
Because you love your. The interesting thing is you love your Tudor 54, don't you, Bear?
I do very much, but it does wear completely. I would not call it wears small. It wears compact. That's the word I would like to describe how it wears, and it feels
Yeah.
just perfect on my wrist. So I like that feel.
Is it intricate? I can't even think of the word. Intricately compact.
Yes,
Say that 3
yes,
times fast.
Mikey. Yeah, I won't even try, but I know the joke you're making. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they really hit the good product there. They really managed to make the watch that wears really nice on the wrist, and I just learned from that point on, never ever take the size as granted, either from big or from small. Seiko has told me that 45 millimeter watch can wear really nicely on the wrist, and Tudor 54 told me that watch that's 37 millimeter can wear really nice on the wrist. So to assume that the millimeter alone will tell you what wears nice is, I think, mistake. I think you really need to try it on the wrist to see how it looks. If the lug to lug size is probably more important than size of the so-called watch.
Just gonna say that the lug to lug distance basically dictates how the watch is going to wear on your wrist. It could be 48 millimeters, but if you have the small lug distance, it would wear like a smaller watch, and some smaller watches have 10-mile long lugs and a super wide lug to lug distance, and the bracelet drops straight down off of it instead of continuing around, and doesn't fit as well.
Correct. Archie, people are asking how are the Higgins poll results?
Yes, we've got the Higgins poll is doing very, very well there. We're asking the question today, Bear, should Higgins leave the Archieverse? And we're going to wrap the poll up, and the answer is no. 52% said no.
Excellent. I agree with that. I voted no.
And I've got to be honest with you, Bear. The good news is Higgy stays in our community.
Damn right. Super chat from Playboy Hafner. $2. Thank you, Playboy Hafner.
Playboy Hefner, $2. Mike, try to say the alphabet backwards.
No, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I can't even do that shit. You know that?
Yeah. No, I've tried it sober. If I super think about it, I would do maybe a couple letters and think really hard, like start from scratch and go down through the alphabet and find the next letter up and go, okay, that letter. But yeah.
There you go, Bear. What do you think of that?
That would hurt my brain a little bit. Just because I'd be doing it quickly and under pressure, under the heavy pressure of being on the show and all,
Yep. I know what you're saying.
They ask you to do that when you get pulled over for drunk driving. They actually ask you just to say it forwards. But if you're drunk, I swear to God, you'll swear to God you said that that alphabet perfectly, but what came out of your mouth was just like,
I can't even do that sober. Z, X, Y. I can't even do that, Bear. Can you do the alphabet backwards?
I can do Serbian Cyrillic alphabet. I cannot do.
My brain is not meant. I've never done the alphabet backwards.
Well, I
I'm
never
too old.
really
I'm
adapted
too
to
old
that.
for that.
It's not one of those things in life that you really
Sometimes
need to know.
sometimes I struggle even to say the alphabet. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
Yeah.
What else is new in the watch world, Archie? What else is new? Let's take a
I'll
look.
tell you what's interesting. Interesting. Strider wants to sell his Tudor GMT. He wants to pay back his home loan more.
Well, didn't you just say that he didn't like you talking about it?
No, he didn't. He got angry at me.
So why you want to make him more angry?
He said, "How is 4,000 delusional? Don't like how you twist our conversation into drama, lies, bullshit on live stream."
There is an interesting article on Houdinki the past, the present, and the future of the Rolex Milgauss.
Yes. Beautiful picture there of the three models, which I've got to tell you, Bear, I really do miss my blue.
Man, that oyster bracelet.
If you scroll down just a little bit and you see the 6541, and that would be the dream come true.
The vintage.
They actually reissue modern version of this, and they don't fuck around. They don't fuck around with the other look.
Yes,
and I believe one of the reasons that they have discontinued these Milgauss is because I think they do plan to put a proper Milgauss out.
Oh,
I think it would be fucking amazing. Yeah. But anyway, you can kind of scroll through it. This is all very much you, Archie, so you. And give us your retrospective of Milgauss. Rolex Milgauss has been the watch you admire, you like. Talk to us a little bit about it.
What I always felt, the only thing I disliked, let me say this to you. I had two Milgausses. I had a black dial non-GV and I had a blue dial GV. Sometimes I felt like, have you ever felt that you're in a coffin stuck under the earth? It's a kind of a fear I've had, right? I feel like the GV, you're stuck underneath that glass, you can't get out.
What does GV mean?
That's
Crystal?
the anti-glare. It's a
GV.
Okay. That gives it the green tinge.
I see. Okay.
And I gotta tell you,
this is a great article, by the way. Maybe let's reflect a little bit on the history of the Milgauss. Let's take a look, and do the famous scrolling through the live stream. People like that. They seem to like that stuff.
I love that.
Nice
I love that
Milgauss.
Look, I love the
out of these
Milgauss
three, which Milgauss would you choose? Let me ask you this: out of those three, which one would you pick up if you could pick any one?
I have all three.
Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm serious.
I'd get the one on the right with a blue glass.
I get the blue. I fucking, that blue. That's one watch I really do miss. Is my blue Milgauss. It's just.
Now, can a bezel like those lower ones down below be just snapped onto this, or does it have to be a bezel?
No,
it's different size watch, different case completely. This is a
vintage. Hey, I just want to say big hello to cousin Angelic. Nice to see you, cousin.
Angelic Slayer.
Rock and roll.
Jump on. Let's talk Milgauss. Let's talk vintage Milgauss. Let's go in depth here. Let's see. How do we feel about this very
the other
amazing
one, the other
watch.
famous model? Okay, so this is the 1651, right? This is the more traditional Milgauss. is the,
Mhm.
I'll tell you, it's called a 1019.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the more, this is this it here? Yeah, this is the Milgauss 1019. So that's the more traditional. So
Okay.
they went from being this submeister, this kind of a
Uh-huh.
semi-sub mariner, then the
Okay.
1019, I think that came out in the 60s. In the 60s,
Mhm.
yeah, there we go. They retired the 6541 for the Milgauss 1019, produced until the late 80s. So that was the plastic Milgauss. So that's been
So
the
this measures. This is actually a nice size. Measures 38 millimeter. So it's not very small. It's actually a very nice size. The one that
and
you're talking about now, the
yeah,
1019.
the
Mhm.
1019, and they themselves there's it on a Jubilee.
Mhm.
There's a black dial.
Mhm.
I got to be totally honest with you. That's the evolution. You can see how it went from that to when they recreated it.
They had the lightning hand,
But
lightning
I got to
bolt.
tell you, Bear, seriously, Milgauss, I think just a beautiful wind and wear watch. Interestingly enough, the IWC Ingenieur came out a year before the Milgauss. So
Mhm.
the
So IWC Engineer was not the answer to Milgauss. It was actually before Milgauss.
exactly.
Do
I
they
But
did
don't
not
let
know
resemble?
that
Do they
actually.
resemble each other?
well, it's
No,
when
no.
they say Milgauss, it's the Ingenieur, it's engineer's watch. That's what the Milgauss is
Correct.
million
Okay.
Gausses.
So you,
They were both positioned to be highly anti-magnetic watches.
okay, yeah,
Uh,
you do, for laboratory work and stuff like that. And
and they had the so-called well, Higgy hates when I say this, the Faraday cage. It's not really Faraday cage, it's a Faraday shield surrounding the
Hmm.
yeah,
movement, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Because in that time there was no silicon springs, right?
Yes.
So it was quite possible for watch to get magnetized.
hmm
Yes.
So this was really positioned as such. In today's world, it defeats the purpose because
yeah.
pretty
So
much
many watches are.
all of the watches are pretty much anti-magnetic to a certain extent, and it's not that they were similar looking. As a matter of fact, they're very different looking watches, but they are for their purpose, for the idea behind what they were issued for, very similar. So go on,
Now,
Archie. I like
I
this.
got to
Tell
tell
us.
you, the interesting thing is with these watches, right? Let's just have a look here, right? For me, if I was to get a vintage Milgauss, the
Mhm.
one that means most to me, I got to tell you this, would be the 1019. Now, I've never actually, I think I've held one.
Mhm.
I've had one in. It wasn't mine. I just held one. It's
Mhm.
actually a beautiful. It's a beautiful watch, and
Mhm.
they, in collectible watches, I got to tell you, I think the sweet spot isn't necessarily the first series. I would love to have a Milgauss. I really would. Now I'll just show you what they go for, just to give you an idea of what these fakers go for. So let's have a look at Chrono 24. Let's go to Chrono 24. 1019s, they're starting at $25,000. 25,000. Where's that from? That's from South Africa. I don't know if I'd be buying that from South Africa. Japan, there's one for 26,000. So
Wow.
you see these. Okay, so then the black ones, they're a bit more. 35. Look at
Mhm.
that. So I've always thought these. I'll tell you honestly, Bear. If I was
Mm.
building a collection of vintage, right now, I know me and you, we both share the view on vintage as a pain in the ass. But I
Right.
tell you myself, I would go Milgauss, 1019,
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't
Explorer 1,
realize they were worth so much. I thought,
1016. Oh, yeah, no, they're worth a lot of money. I'd go for a 1016, right?
which you own. That's actually
I
Rolex. You had the
did
privilege to
own an
be the owner.
Explorer 1. Yes, I did. I did. The other watch,
Okay.
which I think is beautiful to add to this trio, this set, would be a 5513. That's the plastic no date sub. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I'd probably be going for an end of production run. So I think they went to L serial. So an R, that I actually had an R serial number. It had a dial change, but I did actually have one. The other thing I would go for 1655, which is the Steve McQueen Explorer 2. Even though they reckon he didn't wear the bloody thing, but
Doesn't matter. It's just awesome watch, man.
I'd also go for a 1675, which would be my favorite GMT Pepsi. Go for a Pepsi 1675, which is
That would make an amazing collection.
Yeah, and also you'd have to add a 1680 to go with that. I don't know if I'd go red. I'd probably just go white. Great white. And, I got a friend of mine who's actually got a 1680 gold sub like this. There. 1680. Fuck me dead, that's rare. 1680 would be super amazing to have. I gotta say, vintage watches. If I was building a vintage shack, I reckon I would need, if I was building a vintage collection, Bear, I would say no date sub steel, 1675, Steve McQueen, Milgauss 1019, and an Explorer 1 1016. That'd be my 6-piece.
Can I be honest with you? I love that collection. Honestly, I was carefully listening to your choices. And again, I'm not a vintage guy, but your choices are fucking perfect to me.
And if you wanted to go further, you'd also add a 1665 Sea Dweller. Plastic Sea Dweller.
Oh yeah,
nice.
a Comex.
No, Comex.
No,
not necessarily a Comex, but some were Comex. But Comex ones are incredibly. There's a lot of. The problem is there's fake Comexes out there, Bear.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
And
also, Comex also it's super ridiculously expensive. Look, I'd prefer a non. I wouldn't pay the extra for Comex personally. Okay, that's just my opinion.
I'm just thinking.
But what I'm trying to say is,
cool.
I reckon that would be a collection. Now the thing is, right?
What about would you be choosing any Daytona for that collection? I mean, you would have to. You need a chronograph, right? Or no?
Look, the thing is, right? I don't think that's actually a really good question. Yeah, you know what? This my part of my brain. Let me tell you this. When I was collecting watches in the mid to late 90s, I didn't like chronographs. Isn't that funny? When I'm thinking of what would be my ideal Rolex vintage collection, I didn't even say the Rolex because when I used to love this shit, I didn't actually. Yeah.
It's not funny. That's very interesting to me.
It's funny how I'm packaging it out of my brain, isn't it?
Right. It's unpacking. I love that.
I didn't even think of that. Like I didn't even mention Daytona. Didn't even mention it. I mentioned to you Submariners, GMT, Explorers, and a Milgauss. I didn't even mention the fucking Daytona. Fucking hell.
Was the turning point for your liking of chronographs, was it with Speedy?
No. It was the Type 20 Breguet.
That's what turned you around.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's
Type
very
20.
interesting. You brought a lot of love for Type 20. For me personally, I I remember watching that. I think you really knew how to explain that watch. You really knew how to feel that watch. And I never seen another YouTuber talking about the Type 20. You were the one that discovered it for me, and then I did research on my own.
Yeah.
I think you were very passionate about it, and
Mm.
for the right reasons as well. It is amazing, amazing, amazing chronograph. Super chat from Mr. Valju, $5.
Mr. Valju, $5. You would have to add the Speedmaster 105.012, the model I conned off the Rancher. Actually, it's interesting Mr. Valju says that because I would probably prefer to have the Speedmaster 321 than the Daytona. Because the Daytona in the day was a bit of a dog. You know that? It wasn't the
Popular as today.
The best chronograph, let's be honest, the best chronograph was the Speedmaster.
Right.
That was the best chronograph at the time.
Right.
And that's the way it kind of worked there. But I got to tell you, it's interesting. The other brand I really used to love, you know, in vintage, right? Like Rolex ones are so valuable. A lot of the Breitling ones aren't that. They're still valuable. A vintage Breitling is valuable, but they're nowhere near as hyped as the Rolex. Does that make sense?
Archie, do you think that the vintage watches that had the shit, I forgot what I was going to ask you.
That's okay.
I'll remember it in a second.
So tell me about the Breitling, vintage Breitling, Archie. What rings the bell? What is the Breitling that brings the memories and that you admire and you wouldn't mind seeing in that imaginary vintage collection, Archie?
I got to say, when they reissued the 806, you know what was wrong with a lot of these Breitlings? Can I tell you what was wrong with them?
Please do.
So a lot of the gold, they were done as a gold cap. A lot of them were gold capped. Like this one here.
Gilt.
No, gold capped. I don't think it was. Gilt is more to do with the dial, Mikey.
Correct.
Okay.
The capping, these were gold plated, right? If you look at these, this watch here, you can see it's coming off on the corners. And the back of them, you know what I hate about them, Bear? They had a fucking steel back. Look at this. The gold's coming off. And so these capped ones, they should have just got the steel, don't you think, Bear?
I agree, Archie. Why did they do this? Because people were just seeking.
It was kind of glamour. Like you got to remember too. Rolex had gold plating too. You know this, don't you?
I don't.
They had gold cap Rolexes, Bear. It was
I
kind
honestly
of
did not know that.
Yeah, yeah. They're fucking disgusting, Bear. So you can see this gold doesn't even look like it's a different tone to it. You see what I mean? It doesn't look the same. It's just cheap and nasty. See, when it comes off, it comes. You know what I mean? It comes off. It's just it's a bitch, Bear. So a lot of these Breitlings, they kind of killed it.
Archie?
Yes, sir.
I remembered my question now. Can I ask it?
Sure.
Are vintage watches back then chronographs that contained the El Primero movement, not including Zenith, but like Rolex as well? Are they highly sought after?
Hang on. Stop. Let's back the truck up. the zenith movement itself, that is the El Primero, okay?
Correct.
Yes, but I think they also have watches just named El Primero. No.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Moment is El Primero, and it basically means first. They claim to be
But-
the first mechanical chronograph.
The thing
Yeah.
is, Rolex started using the zenith movement. That was when they went to a sapphire version in the 80s.
As
Yeah.
far as I
Didn't do
know,
it.
that's
They
the
didn't do it in
the only other brand that has utilized the El Primero moment.
Oh
El
no,
Primero moment-
they have utilized it in some of the Ebels, I think.
Oh, really?
But Ebel is such a
Huh.
toxic shit of a brand. It's not even
Was
worth
Ebel
remembering.
So
was
is
Ebel ever a decent brand, Archie? Realistically, was it ever? I know it's a shit today, no question about it.
Yeah.
But
No, it
was-
was. It was more. See, I think what you got to remember is, right, Bear, with a lot of these watches, when they use the ETA movements or value movements, right, that wasn't considered bad. Okay,
okay,
Sure.
like Patek used to use movements from other people. They use the JLC movement. You know what I
JLC,
mean,
yeah.
Bear?
right,
And they also used Patek in their complicated. They used the Lemania movements. Lemania was a movement maker mainly, right? So the thing is, when Ebel existed and everybody was using other movements, it wasn't so bad just to be using Val's. See, a lot of these makers, they got painted into a corner when the movements became important.
right,
It was mainly, and this is the whole, I think, see, Omega, this is my theory, and I don't know whether you agree with me or not, guys, but my theory is Omega made Rolex so fucking. Omega, their own greed and stupidity made Rolex so much more successful because nobody gave a shit about value movements or not, right?
right,
Then what does Omega do? We're not going to be supplying these movements only to Swatch Group members.
right,
And then it made Rolex shine as a star because Rolex had movements. Remember, they used AIG. What was it? They used, and that was a company that Rolex actually bought out in the early 2000s.
correct,
Right? And the funny thing is, Bear, is that when Swatch Group did that, they really made it shitty to use generic movements. You know, IWC based a lot of their watches on 7750. They thought that was a great base. They were quite happy to keep making watches with that base. Even my in-house 3227, the Ingenua I had, its base plate is based on a 775. That's how good they thought it was. They thought that movement is really good.
hmm
And Swatch Group, their greed really made an issue of it. And I think that's what made Rolex so. They rebounded. They rebounded from this because it was never an issue before. Does that make sense? They made it an issue.
How
Have a
does
look at this.
the
Just have a look at this. This is actually a gold capped. Look at this, Bear. This is a gold cap oyster.
Oh yeah,
date.
Rolex
Oh,
Get
it's
Precision.
beautiful.
Now have a look at the gold's coming off. Look, the gold is coming off.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And they don't show you the back because it's got a fucking steel fucking back, which is embarrassing. See that gold? The gold doesn't look right either. You see? The gold.
How does the Speedmaster movement stack up against the El Primero?
Well, the Speedmaster movement's a manual wine movement. It's an older movement. It's a completely different generation. It's like comparing a 60s car to a 50s car. It's a different
Okay.
generation. You know what
Alright.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Now, Bear, gold got this gold cap, right?
Right?
This is another gold cap. This was 1979, Bear. And this here is a gold cap date. 1500 date. Look at this fucking thing, Bear. It's gold capped. 14K gold capped. Why the fuck? Look at the back of it. It's got a steel back. It's gold capped. Do you want a gold capped watch, Bear?
No. I have to be honest. No, I don't like
At the
that at
time,
all.
it was fashionable. Do you
Yeah.
see?
We have a super chat from John C. $2.
John C. Arch, what's the best watch book for enthusiasts? Depends what brand you're interested in. I think he's talking Rolex. Is he talking what
So
brand?
would your advice start with the advice that you need to determine what brand you're interested in? and not go for
Definitely.
right?
Okay, because I think the answer is the best watch. What's the best book for watch enthusiasts? Well, you got to work out your brand because you want a specialist book on that one brand. You don't want multi brands in the book. We got a super chat from Neo.
If I may comment before you go to the super chat, well, gentlemen, punters, this is what it looks like when experienced watch guru is talking. This is a reason why he's OG. Sometimes he falls asleep, sometimes he gets detached, but this is why ArchieLuxury is OG. You know what? It takes a decades to get that knowledge and that understanding. And this is what makes him ArchieLuxury. You had a chance to see it. No copycat grifters can match this on their best day, guys. So please remember to upvote. Please remember to super chat and keep this fiker where he needs to be. Online, in YouTube, on live streams, on his Paul Pluto channel, doing collection reviews, doing a watch talk, because he was the original and he is the best.
Here we go. Neo, $10. I had lunch with OC in the restaurant. He tried to touch my private parts. Absolutely disgusting. I'm still nauseous. I don't think OC would have done that. I may not like
come
the
on.
guy. I think I had pizza with OC. I got to be honest with you. When I met OC off screen, he was actually quite nice.
I believe you. I actually believe that.
And it's kind of sad that the monster that is Timok is, it is shooting at win at all costs. But when I met him as a person, he was actually quite decent guy.
I believe you, Archie. I believe you.
And we got a super chat from Bud
one.
the Stud.
Talk about the OGs, Archie. Talk about the OGs.
Bud the Stud, $20 for the panel. You guys really put the time and effort in. I applaud you. Thank you, Bud the Stud.
Hey, Archie, that's a $20 super chat. We gotta do something.
We need to give him something. I reckon we need to give him. We've already done Gummy Bear. Let's go. Do you want to give him Baby Cow?
No, I want my super chat. Where have you
want
been?
The bears and the bees. Super chat. Where have you been? Super chat. Where have you been? It's Mikey. To visit the king. Best strings in life.
Bears and bees.
Bears and bees. Bears and the bees. I want the bears and the bees. Bears and the bees. There we go.
Thank you, Bud. Much
Very
appreciated,
good
sir.
definition there. Bud the Stud, $20 for the panel. You guys really put the time and effort in. I applaud you. Thank you so much there. Bud the Stud. I gotta tell you guys, it is very interesting show indeed here. To be totally honest with you, I think myself, Bear, you have to look at this stuff and you've really got to work out where it comes from, Bear. You've really got to work this out. And
Can I ask you something, Ponte?
Sure.
Okay, so I have this perception of the vintage Rolex. I mean, you know, I love Rolex, right? No question about it. But I really love. I'm a modern steel Rolex guy. Like I'm
Yeah.
Bud is the modern precious metal Rolex, and Marquis is a modern Rolex guy as well. Okay, so you understand that that's what we love.
Yeah.
And one of the things I always felt was that I had a chance to have in my hand the $150,000 Daytona.
Yeah.
And it felt so cheap and flimsy and
what
everything-
metal? This was a platinum Daytona?
No. I'm talking
Vintage.
Archie, I'm talking steel, vintage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, honestly, that vintage Rolex does not have a quality and luxury appeal, and I just don't relate to it. So how do you explain that? What's your position on that? How do you see this?
Look, I think the vintage market itself there is I owned vintage in the past, right?
Right.
I never paid money. I basically paid nothing for them. By the way, guys, we're going to be linking to Watch Nicholas today. The boss Tan has said, because JJ's stream is only going to be short, he wants us to link to Watch Nicholas's stream today. That's what we're going to be doing. That is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. No problems at all. In fact, Watch Nicholas, why don't you jump on and tell us what's going to be on your stream today? Tell us what is going. I'd love to hear what's happening in the Watch Nicholas Archie verse. Let it come on and talk to us. Come and talk to us. The thing is, Bear, you said that you looked at $150,000 vintage watch and it just
Canadian $150,000.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what makes it valuable is its condition, right? So what you're paying for is box papers, complete set, original dial, original, unworn condition. That's where the premium comes in those sort of watches. It feels, yes, they were a different era, Bear. It's like comparing a car from the 1970s to a car today. And
may I comment on that?
Yes.
With all due respect, Archie, cars from the 70s were well built. Cars from the 70s were well built. Rolex from the 60s and 70s is not impressive. It's not well built. If you see where I'm going with this.
I don't know. Cars
from the 70s. I got to tell you something.
Mid-80s were probably the worst time for cars.
Bear, let me just say this to you, okay? Let me just run this by. Can I say this to? Okay, so what you're saying to me is cars in the 70s were well built. Average horsepower from a 1970s car. Let's just compare that, right?
It's going to be super low. 70s was the fucking death years of car industries, at least in America.
Well, see, the thing is,
the shittiest cars known to
I don't
man.
want this to go into car talk. I was just kind of reflecting on trying to say what I was trying to say. I might be wrong. I think that car from 70s was better built than a Rolex from 70s. That's where I was going with.
Okay,
that's where I was going with.
Look, the thing is, sorry,
I'm just explaining
what I was trying to say too is that look, see, because you're not a car person, you can't see the difference. But basically, they got 4-cylinder cars now, which have more power than V8s from the 70s.
All right.
My car, the horsepower is 255
Oh shit!
horsepower.
Wrench is here. The last time he got all pissed when I said that. Drop the Rancher. You're welcome to come on if you like, man. It's okay. Go on, Archie. Sorry.
So basically, a lot of these cars, Bear, you may think they were better, but they were garbage, Bear. Compared to modern, there's been so many advances. ABS, stopping distances. Let me say this.
But Rolex was garbage too. Rolex was garbage too.
Okay, you can get a Rolls Royce from the 1970s, which was probably the most wonderful car of the time, right? Compare that to a modern car, like a Camry with leather. The Camry would walk all over the 70s Rolls Royce, stopping, safety. And the Rolls Royce was the top of the tree at the time. Does that make sense?
Right, right.
And there's been advancements. Now, the thing is, Bear, let me say this to you, right? I always find myself, I grew up, my Rolexes for me were the pre-ceramic watches.
Okay.
Okay, pre-ceramic. So we're talking 5-digit sapphire crystal, 5 digits. Okay.
All right.
So early 90s until 2000s, right? Until late 2000s. That was the era when they were, that was the genre. Now, the thing is, so they had Hole's case, they didn't have the solid end links. It's only when, at the time, they felt amazing. This watch is the best in the world. It's only when you compare that to the ceramic version, which has got solid end links and solid that you can say, oh, actually, this is so much better. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And that's the same thing. You don't realize it. When you're in the 70s, you didn't realize these things were shit.
But you do realize it today, don't you?
Well, that's because the new ones are so much better.
Not by a little bit. It is like uncomparable.
Well, the same thing with cars, you could say. You compare a BMW today to one. I had an E30, which was the second generation 3 Series. My car is like a 5. It's so much bigger, better than that car. So much more powerful. It's got twice as much power from relatively the same size engine. Now, the truth is, there's also a lot more plastic garbage they put into it, which actually there's a lot of plastic garbage in the 70s, the 80s BMW I had as well. So don't forget that. You don't realize it at the time until you've moved forward. Like, do you like sapphire? Tell me this. Do you like sapphire compared to plexiglass? Yes or no?
Oh, fuck yeah. I actually refuse to buy the watch with a plastic. I hate that. Sapphire is the only way to go for me. I despise.
Except for the man on the moon. You
no,
know, if you want.
Fuck. No. Sapphire sandwich is the way to go.
Well, see, the man on the moon is good. The man on the moon is good because that's a throwback to old times. That's why.
I don't give a fuck. It's fucking inferior.
I like the throwback, man. I like
it's inferior. It's inferior material all the way. It's inferior fucking material.
Yeah, no argument there.
Fuck nostalgia. Fuck that shit.
Actually, can I say this shit? You sound like my fucking father. You know what my dad did when I got a Rolex 10, when I got my Explorer 1?
What did he say?
First, I'm going to show you what he fucking did. You know, first thing he does is, yeah, give us a look at your watch. Give us a look at your watch.
Yeah, he checks if it's plastic or sapphire.
That's plastic. Yeah, he wanted sapphire. So he knew, Bear.
He knew.
He knew.
Okay, you tell me, Archibald. You tell me. In all honesty, you have a choice in front of you. You're going to have the Hazelite Speedy, and you're going to have the Sapphire. Both modern. Which one are you gonna pick? And there in front of you, no questions asked. You can pick one. No money involved.
You know what, Bear?
Be honest.
I kind of like the Hauselite in the Speedy because it's one of the few throwbacks. It's like a. Let me say this to you. Have you heard of a car called a Morgan? A Morgan.
Yeah, I actually have a model of it. You want me to show you?
Sure. Well, it's like a throwback to the way things used to be done.
I love the aesthetics of that car. I love the aesthetics of that car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you my Morgan. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not into cars that much, but I like the aesthetics, right? And I love.
Hey, we've just found a way to steer Bear into car talk. Talk Morgans. Moggies. They're called Moggies.
I'll show you my model. Hang on.
Yeah, let's have a look here.
Hang on.
That's okay.
I'm just gonna hold the phone. Okay, hang on. Let me turn camera on.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's one of the newer ones, right? Yeah.
That's a supercar, Morgan. That's a supercar.
Yeah, they race those. I've seen them on the.
What models? That's an Aero. I think that's called an Aero. What does it say?
I'll check and I'll let you know. Hang on. Okay. Oh shit, that's a Morgan Aero. Yeah, Archie, you're absolutely correct. Aero. Morgan Aero.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a Morgan Aero 8. Okay, is it?
Yes, you're right. You're right again. Morgan Aero 8. You're correct.
Okay. And you know what?
Good. You're
you know what
good,
makes
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what makes this car so wonderful as well, don't you?
Go ahead.
It's the drivetrain. What engine are they using?
I don't have any fucking idea. Neither if you tell me, it won't mean anything to me.
Yeah, it uses a BMW V8.
Okay.
There you go. That's what the Morgan uses. The Morgan. That's a fantastic car. That now. I
love the curves on it. I love the design on it. But going back to the original question, we're looking at
I'll tell you the truth, Bear. If I had to have a one and done Omega, okay, no bullshit. If I had to have a one and done, I'd get the Sapphire Sandwich. Okay.
Wow.
If it was a one and done, I didn't say
one and done. Okay, Archie, just thank you for honesty.
Because the Sapphire is better than fucking plastic, you know?
Damn right it's better, okay? Let's call spade a spade. Let's tell the truth to the punters.
Sure.
Super chat from Mr. Valju. Thank you, Mr. Valju. We appreciate that.
Valju, $5. This really great content tonight, Archie. Keep bringing it up. Yes, there was an era when the top brands all used gold plating. Only thing is, Patek never did. AP and Vacheron, I don't think ever used gold plating, however.
I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm disappointed that Rolex did that. But I'm not surprised because...
Well, Tudor did it too. You know, Tudor did it.
Yeah, okay. That doesn't...
You know who else did it?
Who?
Well, Omega did it. Breitling did it. IWC did it as well.
So you've got gold plated.
What I wanted to say. What I wanted to say is this, okay? In all honesty, Rolex was not a luxury brand. Rolex was absolutely not a luxury brand.
No, I disagree.
There was zero luxury. Okay.
No, I disagree. No.
Okay.
So you got.
I got to tell you this. Brands like Timex was not a luxury brand. Okay. Timex, right? But Rolex, that Hans Willdorf, the watches were relatively expensive. It's a different era, right?
That's why you made Tudors.
They were meant to be, Bear, waterproof. They were supposed to be They were never cheap. It's like a Mercedes Benz. Is that your idea of luxury, or is that your
Well,
idea of
yeah, I
No?
agree. That would be my idea of luxury. And modern Rolex is luxury. Modern Rolex has achieved the perfect luxury status. Vintage Rolex, in my opinion, is a flimsy, crappy watch.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It is. It
Hey,
is.
so you have
It
gold
is.
plated,
Yeah.
and you've
Hang on,
got.
Mikey. Hang on. Let the pontiff talk.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but I got to tell you, the thing is, if you've got a whole selection, if you are so rich, right, you then start hunting down the old versions of it.
Mhm.
Isn't that what you do? You hunt down this shit?
I guess so. We have a super chat again from Bud the Stud, by the way.
Bud the Stud, $10. One and done for life. I can always find a better Rolex than any other brand, dollar for dollar.
I agree. But
True statement.
modern Rolex, I'm going to be very, very honest. I don't understand the whole hype about vintage Rolex, but except that Archie says, well, you're hunting, and you are basically looking for a good condition, and it becomes nostalgia. And because Archie, when you were picking your vintage collection,
Okay, let me
it
tell you.
was
Let me explain this to you, okay?
please.
At the moment, I got some very bad mental problems, okay? I wake up in the morning and I don't know whether I'll have a business or not, okay? I don't know. I don't know if it's ending, what the fuck it's doing, okay? I'm a bit confused, okay? Catastrophizing in my head, okay? Okay, do you understand, Bear?
Yeah, I do.
However, let me say this to you. When things were really good, I had all the watches, I didn't really have that many more. I didn't have that great a collection. I mean, it was nice collection, but it wasn't JJ level, okay?
No. It was great collection, but okay, not
Yeah,
JJ level. Agree.
but I was happy.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to buy next? I'll just tell you, okay? I was going to buy another car. I wanted to get an older BMW to go with my current one. And if I had a lot more money, I would start buying some vintage Rolex, vintage Pateks to go with the current ones I had. You see what I
Hmm.
mean?
Okay. Is that nostalgia? What is it? What
Well,
drives that?
what drives that is that you go full circle. You start off with the current ones, okay, the modern ones, right? You build a collection, and then they become nothing like that. It's not that they're nothing special. It's just that you get bored with that. You want to hunt things that are harder to get. You think, you know what? In my case, I was thinking I'd like to get a nice M3 E46. That's like Doc's
Oh yes, you
M3.
do like that. You do like
Yeah.
that.
And in watches, if I was to get watches, you know what I would go for if I was getting if I still had my previous collection?
And now you're going for one vintage piece. Please do tell us, please.
I actually was going to go into chronographs. I was actually going to get the reissue Breitling, you know, the one that Clivers has, the Navi Timer
The 806.
806, yeah. And I was going to get some chronographs. I was going to add chronographs. That's what
But
I
would
was
you
going.
get 806 that's actually original 806, which frankly is a total fucking garbage? Or would you get the 806 which was reissue?
Well, I like the reissue because you can wear the fucking thing,
Right.
right?
Right.
However, that's not to say if I had enough money came in, eventually I would want the vintage ones to go with it.
I see.
So I got to tell you, sometimes I find it very therapeutic to go back in time. I like the older ones. Okay.
Okay.
I do like that. I like the older ones. And I don't think that's a bad thing to get the older ones. they're different. It's not that they're shit, they're garbage. It's nice to know the lineage. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you collect these things, you don't always just want the modern, latest, greatest ones. You want to look back. You see what I mean?
You want to reflect on the past. You wanna feel the past on your wrist.
Yeah. I mean, in your own case, would you ever get you don't want to get vintage? You're not going to get vintage.
No, I don't. To be honest with you, I have pre-ceramic bluesy, and I have a pre-ceramic sub.
But that's still modern. That's still modern. That's still modern.
These are modern. These are sapphire, and they're beautiful watches, and I like them. But I still prefer ceramic over that. I still prefer ceramic with the new bracelets. They're so fucking perfect. Now, if I go vintage, I go cheap Omega or something like that. I go cheap. I go fucking like I do like a Clive. I buy cheap shit that nobody fucking cares about just to fucking try it. I don't fucking plan to spend $50,000 on a vintage Rolex. I plan to spend $800 on a cheap garbage that is just maybe aesthetically interesting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Because things aren't that good at the moment. Like if it depends. Like, let me say this to you. I don't want to put you down, Bear.
Okay.
But if things were going really good, say you had an extra 20,000 a month coming in, hypothetically.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Okay, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, but what happens? Like we like fish. We grow to the size of our fish tank. Then after a couple years of extra 20, it's not. It's we still want more. We're greedy. We're greedy. But what I'm trying to say is, if you had 20,000 keep coming in, there's only so many new shit you buy before you say, you know what, I'd like to get an older one. Let's go back and have a look.
Right.
Did you have any friends? It's who you mix with. If you mix with people who have some of these vintage, it exposes you.
No. I'll be honest with you. My watch friends, which is few, but like okay, like not. Yeah, there's quite a few actually. Now that I think, they're all modern watch guys. They. As a matter of fact, like there's something very interesting. We made a watch group. And it got mixed in some guys who are into vintage shitters, And I'm not talking Rolex. I'm talking vintage shitters. Like comes in, says, "Oh, I have a vintage Bulova, the Devil Diver and shit like that." Very soon, you could see the segregation in the meeting, where the vintage geeks with this vintage shitters, kind of separated, and they started talk amongst themselves. And the modern guys, modern watch guys, kind of separated and start talking with themselves. And there was clearly no connection between these two groups. I see that every day. I see that in the Facebook groups. I see that everywhere. Like it or not, even though we are watch guys and we have open mind, let's say, and we want to talk, we want to talk about all the watches. We end up really showing affinity to a specific group of watches, to a specific brand, to a specific group. And as we mature as collectors or watch geeks or whatever the fuck you want to call it, we become less and less interested in listening about something we don't care about.
Okay, I'll see you when you get back. Love you. I got to tell you, Bear, you know what? Bear. Hello? Bear.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to say goodbye to my wife.
No problem.
I want to say this to you. As vintage watch geeks, the funny thing is, you know what the funny thing is, but Bear?
Tell me.
I've actually been in this hobby long enough, and I remember when, so I was in the hobby in the late 90s, okay?
Oh shit, you were not in the hobby like just 2 years now? Oh fuck. Okay,
No,
you must be like a real watch guy. Keep going.
And I remember people had Rolexes. They would send them in for a Rolex service, hoping they get the dial and hand swapped for Luminova.
Excellent.
You know what I mean?
Excellent.
Because everyone
Yeah.
said how amazing this loom is. There was
Right.
big debates on loom.
Right.
And I always wanted to keep things original. I didn't really care about the loom. I wanted to keep it original. I just said, that was never my loom was never my thing. Okay.
Right.
And the funny thing is, it's come full circle now. People say, oh, they want the original. They don't care the tritium doesn't work. They want tritium dial. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Why? Why they want that inferior shit?
Because they can't get it anymore. And that's
I
what
see.
vintage. See, the most valuable vintage stuff is stuff that's new old stock, untouched. You know what I'm saying? See, at the end of the day, all modern Rolexes, all you need is a lot of money and you can buy it. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That
So
is actually excellent point, Archie. I fucking love that point because that puts puts a perspective. All you need is a lot of money, and you can literally buy any.
we're not talking it through the AD. We're talking through the
No,
grey
no,
market.
no. I understand you, Pontiff. I understand you. Go on.
But to actually get a vintage Rolex, they don't always come up. These are special type of things. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And you can't get it. Now, it's funny. I worked for a guy when I was in Thailand working for a watch dealer. He used to say to me, why would you buy a reissue? So I'm not talking I'm talking like a Breitling reissue. Why would you buy the reissue?
Okay.
When for not much more money you could have an original old one.
Okay.
Like take Cliver's Breitling 806, right? You can buy an original.
That's a reissue.
reissue,
The one that he
right?
has. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, if you wanted to use this fucking thing, right?
Right.
You know what, Bear? If you wanted to use the fucking thing, the reissue will walk all over the original. And the funny thing is, remember when I had that blue Mercedes, that blue convertible Mercedes, right?
I love that Mercedes.
Well, you know what? There's
That's
no
when
guarantee.
you were Australian gigolo. Keep going.
Yes. Compare that to my Honda Civic, right?
Right.
The Honda Civic is faster, safer.
Right.
It walks all over that car, even though when that Mercedes was new, that was a top of the line car. That was a Mercedes-Benz. That was so fucking expensive, right?
Yeah.
But it's just technology it's not usable. I couldn't rely on that car to go to work every day or go. Well, I work from home, but you know what I'm saying. It's not something you can. And that's the whole thing with vintage. And I love vintage. Don't get me wrong. I love classic cars, right? I love them. I love them to death, right? But it doesn't mean I have to own them. Does that make sense?
I think it makes a lot of sense. You appreciate them. You enjoy the reading about them, watching the videos, discussing them, understanding them.
And the funny thing is, Bear, you raise a very interesting point, okay? Like you're talking about people in this group, you've got people who buy cheap vintage.
Yeah. That was my experience with our little watch group that we organized in our city. And we basically kind of invited everyone that likes watches. What happened in that I saw the segregation. I saw how they gravitated to different areas. And at the end, the group was split and continued separately their own ways. They went separately their own ways. And it's not that one group was like snobs or all that shit. No. It was just a completely different approach, completely different perception on the hobby and watches. For
Yeah.
me, like I always, when I talk to Cliver, he's in chat, so that reminded me. When he goes and goes, patina, I hate fucking patina. I hate it so much. I hate it. It's a fucking water damage. It's a fucking corrosion. There's nothing beautiful about it to me. And I'm not doing a shtick. I'm talking how I exactly feel. Also, Bull of a Diver 6666 is not that fucking impressive. It's a piece of garbage. It's a shit watch. I'm just saying, from my perspective, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't do anything for me. But I felt the same with the fucking $150,000 Daytona in my hand, which is supposed to be fucking amazing, but it's not. It's also very flimsy, very crappy, very inferior to the modern Rolex.
Yes. I got to be honest with you, Bear. The reality is, in these groups, what I find interesting is when I read about classic cars, I got certain cars I love, okay, certain brands, right? And they often compare a couple different brands. Like I really love BMW, Mercedes, Alfa Romeo. I like the mainstream stuff, right? The funny thing is, when Clive starts talking about his vintage, right? The vintage he talks about, right, is not the vintage that I really like. It's just no-name vintage garbage.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
I hate, like he keeps talking about some brand I've never fucking heard of, right? If he was buying, the problem is, of course, the reason he doesn't talk about the really nice vintage stuff is because it's so fucking expensive. That's the reason, Bear.
Exactly, and that's a partially my point. But go on.
I got to be honest with you. In Cliver's case himself, there, I don't give a fuck about patina. You know, this patina. You know, it's just I honestly I don't. I'll be honest. Can I say this to you, Bear?
Go ahead.
I don't understand Clive's collecting ethos. I don't understand.
Well, neither do you. Neither do I. Neither does Marky. It's a very different. It's like, but I met guys like that, and they're very passionate, and they have such a enthusiasm about it, and they also enjoy their watches, and I love their enthusiasm, but I don't fucking get it. Fuck me dead. You know what? I seen people collect napkins, and they're enthusiastic too. Should I fucking like napkins now?
Well, I like Clive actually collects razors, right? I have no interest in collecting vintage razors, right?
Right.
I like his enthusiasm. I do like that. But I got no interest in collecting razors, okay? They mean less than nothing for me.
Less than nothing. Anyway, going back to the vintage, I think you pick on a problem that I have. If I would want to collect vintage, okay, I would be pretty much with the same taste that you have. And you listed some watches you would like to have in your collection. Then I would want to buy them from very reliable source, okay? So take that into consideration and take those watches in consideration. And guess what? I would have to be a fucking heavy-duty millionaire to achieve that collection. I would have to spend more money than on modern Rolex. Now, mind you, that collecting might be maybe better from the perspective of value retention or value increase or whatever. But it's also riskier, if you're asking me. And there's a big problem with that. There's a big fucking problem with those watches. They're not wearable because you wear them, you're going to fucking jeopardize condition.
Yes.
And condition in these fucking things is extremely important. Important to a point. It's not like modern Rolex. You get scratched, this and that, you send for service, comes back like new. No. These things are not sent to a regular service to Rolex. These things are meant to be kept in the most original way you can. Am I right, Pontiff?
100% right. Here we go. Mr. Valju, $5. Bear, I feel the same way about the time teller, but I do like his enthusiasm.
Yeah, I'm very familiar, Mr. Valju. The time yeller, I call him the time yeller because he's the champ, man. He yells so fast, so loud. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of garbage in that fucking channel. There's just so much fucking garbage. But you're right. His enthusiasm is appreciated. And I do love enthusiasm with the hobby. I do love that. And that's something, Archie, I missed from you, but I see it tonight. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
No worries there, Bear. Always for the Bear. It is. I got to tell you, it is very interesting. It is very interesting that you also have the same love that I do for things, and like Clivers talks about, he has like. Let me say this to you. I know someone who had a vintage Rolex. They had a vintage Submariner 5513, 5513, right? So no date sub, vintage 60s. And when he sent it in for service, right? You've got to be so careful because if you send it to Rolex for service, they will try and make it like new, right? I had a friend of mine who sent in a 5513 1967 to Rolex. They changed the dial, they changed the hands, they changed the case even, right? So it really fucked up the value. You see what I'm saying? 1 minute, Bear. We got a super chat from SR Bell. $10.
Wow, $10, man. This is a little bit
and
more than
Bear.
usual. Yeah.
After I take a poop, I have to wipe many times. I also have to re-wipe a few minutes later. My Mark G hole often gets irritated and burns. I have to wipe with aloe to soothe it. Advice: keep doing what you're doing. Change your diet. It's all in the diet.
Also, I strongly suggest minimum 2 showers a day, 3 preferably. Summertime, I take 3 showers, and regular time, I take 2 showers.
I got to tell you, the interesting thing with vintage is you almost want to not touch it. Like the best way to preserve, like this guy had this watch. If you send, let me say this to you. If you send a vintage watch to Rolex, they'll often change. So they want to bring it back to spec. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they think like me. They don't think like Patina.
So you can't take vintage. You can't take vintage to Rolex. That's dangerous, right?
Correct.
So you've got to take it to a sympathetic watchmaker who knows vintage. So this is where it gets tricky because a novice would go in, send it there, and fuck up the value. See, the other thing is, Bear. Sometimes the best thing you could do for these vintage, he was told not to ever service it. Just leave it alone, because when you service a watch, basically you're disassembling it, cleaning all the parts, and reassembling it. Okay. He was told there's no guarantee the dial doesn't get damaged whilst it's in this process. And on a vintage Rolex, well, a vintage watch, is vintage steel, vintage sports, the dial is often the most valuable thing. Original dial.
Correct.
And I got to be totally honest with you. This is where it becomes a minefield. It's just a disaster. It's all so damn hard. You know what I mean? It just gets.
So basically, Pontiff, I come to conclusion: if you are not experienced and knowledgeable, and if you're not wealthy, you really should stay away from collecting vintage.
Vintage is always a minefield.
Okay? And I'm talking real vintage. I'm not talking fucking unknown brands. I'm not.
I think if you have a collection, you want to have one vintage, You got to have the knowledge.
In all honesty, if I'm collecting vintage, I'm gonna go for Rolex and Patek. That's what I want. If I'm going vintage, that's what I want. I don't want to fuck around with a fucking
no-name garbage.
I don't want even Hoyer. I don't.
Oh no, Hoyer can be good. Hoyer can be very valuable.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I basically don't want it. I don't want it.
No, but NATO, when I say the dial gets damaged because it's been sitting in the watch for hasn't been serviced for 20 years, it can stick. Do you understand? It can stick. Okay. Bullshit. They're calling out bullshit here. I'm just telling you, hey, you have the vintage watch with the vintage dial. You do what you want. I'm just telling you what was presented to a friend of mine who has a vintage. Actually, he sold it. He ended up selling it, but that's another story. He had a vintage 5513 from the late 60s.
Can I ask you something?
Sure. Ask me anything. I will tell you.
Your friend Dave, the super collector. Can you give me his perception, his position on vintage? How does he feel about vintage?
He actually had a few vintage. Okay.
Okay. Which brand? Which brand?
Okay. Rolex.
Of course.
So he had a 1680 red. He had a couple 1680 reds he's bought.
Okay.
He also had he bought a Prince. Listen to this. A Rolex Prince, which also had papers from...
No, Rolex Prince that I have, or...
No, we're talking 1920s.
Oh, shit. Original. Holy shit. Okay. Had the papers.
Yeah, and he wore it once and the fucking crown broke on it. And he said, look, this is obviously, it's not for wearing. You actually... Speaking of which, we've got Watch Nicholas on. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Bear.
Hey,
Have you been pushing the water today? Have you pushed the water today? That's important to know.
You're right.
Nikki.
I need to more, Bear.
Because listen, Nicholas, listen, this is important. It's not how much you drink. It's how much you urinate. You need to push the water and you need to defecate. Sorry to interrupt, Archie. Go ahead, talk with Nikki.
No worries there. No worries at all, man. That's so good to hear. What's going on your channel, Watch Nikki? Tell me this. I hope we've been helping you with the leads.
Yeah, I'm stealing all the leads. I think I have the lead filtration system, swooping them up. I'm sorry. Don't hate me, Archie.
Worries at all.
I can't help it. What do I do? Should I tell them to fike off if they come?
What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, what do I do? What do I do? If a lead comes, should I tell them just to go back? Is that what I do, Archie? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me this. What I can't believe is, Watch Nikki, me and Bear do a stream for 3 hours, which can be tiring, right?
Yeah.
And the thing I find quite amazing is that you do a stream for 10 hours after my stream. Holy fuck. How do you do that, man? That is 10 hours. The stream was 10 hours, 40 minutes. It was incredible.
Yeah, probably a mix of mental illness and
how do you do that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. ADD.
How do you stay on for 10 hours, 40 minutes? What time is it? What time is whereabouts are you? You're in California, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in California. So it's West Coast time. Like right now, it's about 6:30 at night.
Yeah.
A super chat from Mookie.
Yes, it's we got a super chat from Mookie. Mookie's very, very cool. He's always a great supporter on the ArchieLuxury channel. Here we go. Push the water, Bear.
Fuck me, Dad. That's a bad visual, man.
Watch Nicholas. Watch Nicholas. Tell us what's going on. Me and you are friends. Let's just clear the air. Me and you.
I think so. Sometimes I question it, Archie, but I like to think so.
I don't think you're friends. I absolutely don't see you as a friend. You are just a temporary alliance, but friends, no.
Yeah.
Come on now, Archie. Call
So-
it.
Don't oversell it, Archie. Don't oversell it. Don't
Right.
oversell.
What is now? I'm just telling you now. You have permission to use any of my shit that I got on my streams, or you got full permission to do that.
Well,
Let
I
me
charge
ask.
for that, Archie. There's a price for that. I don't know.
No, you can
I'm
use
jo-
my
I'm
stuff.
Joking, I'm joking.
You
Yeah,
can use.
I
I said you can
appreciate
use
that
my
advice.
stuff. Yeah. I wanted to ask you what the fuck is happening with Timok. See, Timok. Let me ask you this. They originally, what happened was I had a fight with OC because he was. I said, "Oh, I can see it's a bit down." Like, you know,
Yeah,
just-
it ebbs and flows. It's down for sure. I hear you.
And he goes to me. He goes, "No, it's not down for us. We've changed to a PayPal model. We've changed to a pay."
They've evolved
Right.
to PayPal. Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, just fuck off." I lost my temper with him. I said, "Look, if you're not going to be honest with me," I said,
How are
"I
we doing
don't
with
care."
PayPal tonight, Archie? Are we raking it? Are we raking the PayPal
Well,
tonight, Archie?
look, you can't have PayPal every night, okay?
No, we had
look,
tons. What are you talking about? Fucking
Yes.
PayPal coming in fast and
And
furious.
then what happens is Timmy then makes streams saying he's thinking about closing down. What is happening? What internal gossips are you hearing? Please tell me what's Nick.
Ooh, well, you know what? Archie, you know what? There's a lot of defections. I can say that. And there's a lot of people over there that are actually mad. You know, I don't know who's actually going to defect and stuff. There's a lot of people that, you know, used to like you in the past, I guess, and then kind of got like brainwashed is what I would say by Timmy into like disliking you, but also kind of like scared to even come around and support you in any way because they'll kind of get the sheepdog type stuff from OC and Timmy, just like give them a hard time if they even like come and say hi to you or whatever, you know? So it's kind of cult like, you know, they put out the lies and they all have to swallow it and go with it. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep up with the gossip with them because it's such
is OC paid by Timok? Is OC?
I mean, I don't have any proof of that. I would say so, Archie. He calls it his job. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's a weird relationship. Maybe if he isn't working for him, it's kind of an odd relationship. I would say that at least.
The other thing is, I heard they got a letter from Roman's lawyers to take Luxury Bazaar off their mugs.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's pretty awesome. That's a little bit of karma, right? That's kind of good.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't you just be open to talking? Why do you have to get lawyers in? I mean, that's just so nasty, isn't it? What do you think?
I think there's probably I mean, you know, I would never like kind of endorse that and say that that's the way to go. But I do feel like, you know, the thing is with Timmy, he did like a week or two of streams straight where he was basically calling Roman a criminal in some of these thumbnails and stuff. And like, you know, people have their differences with Roman, but I don't think anybody would say he's a criminal. You know, what I mean?
No,
like he's not one of these guys doing like, he's had a legitimate business for a long time.
He does.
He's not a fly-by-night time.
He's not a fly-by-nighter.
Exactly. Yeah. So I felt like Timmy was kind of, you know, there was a lot of drama with TPG being a scumbag, and I think he tried to place all that onto Roman pretty unfairly. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's do you think Timmy will survive doing this streaming, or is his days numbered? What's your personal view?
I mean, you can only dye your hair how many times before it falls out, Archie? I really don't know. I mean, how many colors can you dye your hair? How many hot dogs can you guzzle? You know.
So what was the hot dog thing? I don't watch his show. What was the hot dog stunt? Tell me some of the stunts.
It was a Gizzy Gobbler thing. So it's like, could he eat 12 hot dogs in 12 minutes or something like that? And he pounded those fuckers down. Like, clearly, you know, had some experience. Don't know.
Were they gourmet dogs? Were they gourmet hot dogs or?
No, it wasn't luxury dogs. No, it wasn't even luxury.
But
dogs.
you guys forget it's riveting content.
Yeah, I mean the people ate it up for real. So, yeah.
Yeah, they ate it up. Why do they fall for these stunts?
I think it's kind of culty, and you know, I think there's you know what I would say, Archie. This sounds mean, but there's a certain type of person that likes your content, and there's a certain type of person that likes Timmy's content.
Bingo!
And a lot of the
I think
people
it's
that
about
like
the
you have a
time
little more thought. Sorry, go ahead,
excellent
Ben.
observation. No, that's excellent. I'm so happy you say it. It is exactly about that. It's time to do a profiling of his viewer. It's time to do a show. Let's profile average viewer of Tim Wright.
I think that would be interesting because, you know, there's a certain type of person that because he, like you said, Archie, you know, a couple days ago, he said that everything's so bad, you know, like Timox said, or OC says it's so great with the PayPals, but, you know, he's like, Tim says it's so bad, he's going to quit, you know, so it's kind of all over the place. Like, and I know that some of his people were like, what the fike, you know, how do you pivot so much? You know, it's really all over the place. It's kind of crazy.
Is it bad? Is he not making money? I mean,
I don't really think he needs to. Does that make sense? Like, that sounds weird, but like, I don't.
No, that doesn't sound weird, Nick.
Have you explored the possibility he buys his own super chats at times?
You know, I remember you saying that with like, you know, he could maybe like, if he would like write it off or something like that. Like,
yes.
You know,
oh, of course, it's a total deduction.
I remember you explaining that. You know, it kind of makes sense, you know, and it does get other people charged up, so to speak. You know, people see big super chats, then they super chat big. So
yeah,
it's a tactic they would use, Archie. It most certainly is. But I can't say I know for sure, you know.
Yeah. What do you think the future of this community, the watch streaming community, is there? What do you think the future is?
Grim and dark, unfortunately.
I have to agree with that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's a small pie, and there's a more and more, and there's going to be more and more channels inevitably. Where there is a money, there is always going to be opportunists, and people will try.
Sure.
And you can't blame them, really. So where is it going? It's grim and dark. I completely see it as a grim and dark. But hey, while being there, just try to do best possible content. And I believe that cooperating with other channels that are friendly to you is the way to go. People want that. People want that. You know, you watch, I don't know how to explain, Nick. It's kind of like this, like in the olden days, right?
Yeah.
You got your TV show. So before Seinfeld come on, you're watching something that's half an hour before that. You're watching Seinfeld.
It was a block lineup. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a block lineup of similar stuff for like a 3-hour, 6-hour window.
Exactly. And you know what? It makes sense. It just I regularly watch your show, and I get different information there. I get different. If I'm watching Archie, I get something else. I get JJ, I get something else. I genuinely tried watching to see what's going on Tim Wright. I swear to God, at one time it was okay. You could actually see something interesting. Now it's so fucking boring. It is poor panelists, like really not interesting characters. The chat is kind of more interesting than actual. The chat can get more interesting than actual stream, but even that has died down, okay? Because they came hard on people who are questioning him.
There's a lot of hate over there. They're the real hate channel in my mind, Bear. I know that's silly to some people, but
no,
really
it's not silly. That. To understand the hate, you have to actually read the chat. That chat is brutal.
Yeah. What they allow, what they leave, you know, the type stuff that, yeah. I mean, you know what? I think a great example, you know, like, even though, I mean, you know what? Like OC was praising you for kicking out the stuff that was said about Dirk last night. It's like nobody goes there here. You know, it's like every once in a while there's stuff that passes the eye, but like people really don't go like that here. You know what I mean?
No, that's true.
Hey, we got a super chat from Loose2, $5. Watch Nicholas and Archie. Thoughts on Timok weaponizing copyright strikes when they should be hurt feeling or wrong opinion strikes?
It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer. I can say that. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liz.
You know, Archie, what they're referring to, right? What Loose Tooth is talking about. OC took a liberty to give his explanation, or rather his justification on what should be the reason for a strike. And to summarize his bullshit, it is if you are actually disagreeing with what's being said, you're in a position to strike.
Well, so that's where, you know, these people that are new to watch collecting, you know, they're watch expert, Boston collector. These people will just eat it up, you know, they don't push back on it. It's kind of a cult of, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen, at least over here, when people mess up, they'll get called out. Over there, they get applauded. So it's a little weird.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very, very interesting indeed there. Watch Nicholas, how long are you going to stay on the tubes? Do you see this as a full-time career? How old are you? You're only a young guy, aren't you? You're in your 20s or 30s?
He told you that before.
I'm
For
in my
fuck's
30s.
sake, he told you that before. You fucking don't remember anything.
He's
It's
in his
okay.
20s.
I forget a lot of stuff too, Archie, for real. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, so I get it. Yeah, I'm in California. I mean, I don't know. There's only so many leads to steal, Archie. I don't think I can do this full time. You know, like there's not enough leads for both of us. So I don't know about that. I mean, if I can make it work.
You've had
for a
some
little
great
bit, I'm
ER gave you a fantastic contribution the other day. Surely that helps.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
us,
that was
Archie,
amazing. Yeah,
tell us
that
who
was
sent
very
you.
nice of her, man. That was like
sent you?
insanely generous.
Who sent you that screenshot? I'm just curious. Can you tell us? Exclusive. Exclusive.
I honestly don't know who sent it to me.
Oh, you do know. You do know. Come on, Archie.
I'm just having a look
There's
now.
a-
Having a look now. I have a look. I'll tell you exactly
All
who
right,
sent it.
and you tell us the truth? You'll tell us the truth.
Yeah,
I would make somebody up quick, Archie. Do not tell the truth of who sent it.
Why's that? Who
I
cares?
don't know. I'm just bullshitting. I have no idea.
Who cares?
Do
I
it,
don't
do it,
care.
Archie. Tell us, Archie. I want to know.
I gotta find it. Let me find the fucking thing. Keep talking, guys. Keep talking. So,
Yeah,
what,
dead air, boys, dead air.
what riveting stuff is happening now? Tell me that, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Archie. I apologize.
On today's show, what's the topic? What's the main things today's show? Tell me
the
what's
main
happened.
thing, OC is jealous of JJ's Journe, is what I would say. That's the main thing.
Fucking
Oh, why is he
Like-
jealous?
I mean, because, okay, like, Archie, I don't know your opinion. I know that you've said a couple times you're not the biggest Journe guy because you're a Patek guy, but, like, in my mind...
It's still amazing.
I mean, yeah, like, to me, like, Journe is kind of, it's more than a watch. It's like a big accomplishment. If you're able to get a watch like that, you're obviously doing something, like, right. You know what I mean? Like, major right in your life to be able to get that. So I think that that's just kind of, you know, next level jealousy from OC. And then you kind of hear him going off about, he actually said, like, you know, he pretends to not know that JJ got this watch and then talks about how it's a disgraceful watch and just, you know, just it
Why
was
is it
pretty embarrassing
disgraceful?
for him. I mean, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? I mean, not like I do, obviously, but
that's fucking weird. That's actually
it's just
fucking weird.
Yeah, like why? I guess it's like it gave me something to talk about for a bit. So thank you, OC. But
I can't find it, but someone sent it. I got it multiple.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I believe that. Yeah, I definitely believe it. I'm sorry. I don't want to trigger you, Archie, but you know what? Like, honestly, a donation like that helps me so much. I can't, like, what do I do?
Oh.
I don't know what to do, Archie.
Well. Hang on a second. You did not steal ER. ER is banned on this channel. So how can you steal someone that's banned? I don't understand, Archie.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
I'm not up. She's free to do whatever she wants. You know. That's
No,
problem.
Archie. I'm calling your bullshit here. Is she banned or not? I mean,
Well,
as
she
far
asked
as I
to be banned.
No. As far as I know, that was one of the demands from Tanzil. I mean, she's banned as per Tanzil. That's my understanding.
Sure. That's okay. There's no problem. Let me say this to you guys. I love all you YouTubers out there. We love them all. Watch Nicholas.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't love them, Archie. Why are you fucking foolish? We fucking hate them. They take our money away. Never mind that. Come on, man. And when you ask Watch Nicholas how long you're gonna be on the YouTube, you want to hear, maybe another week, and that's it.
Yeah, a couple days.
Couple of days.
You're gone by the weekend. It's hard. Like,
yeah,
for real,
come
probably.
on, Archie.
Loose tooth, $2. Arch. Google dimwit. Does this describe Timok? Midwit. Google midwit. Does this describe?
Oh,
I don't know what a midwit is. What's a?
Okay, you talk to him. I'll do the googling.
It's someone who
I'm
is
the
around
psychic.
average intelligence, but is so opinionated and full of themselves that they think they're a genius.
I think there's a phrase
Midwit.
for that, like some like test where like I don't know, there's like during Kruger or something. It's like stupid people inflate their intelligence or importance and then think they're right when they're wrong because they're stupid.
Yeah. Look, it is
hard.
what it is.
Especially for stupid people. What can you do besides paint some doors? But
what do you think I should do with my night stream? I've got a morning stream and a night stream. So
can I be honest with you and you won't be mad about it? Can I be honest?
No, of course. Yeah.
Does it make you money, Archie? Does it make you money?
It does. It does.
That was
when did it make you money?
When you're here, Bear.
No. I'm talking your evening stream. Your evening stream.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be realistic, like as in like
it doesn't make you money.
Would it be more worth it to just have some like, especially could I say it like this? If you know, especially if you're doing it to help somebody else, do you even need to be there?
That's a fair point.
Like if you're doing it to help somebody else and they're running it, like your time might be better spent somewhere else. You know, you can collect that money either way. I mean, I think that your main show brings it in. I don't know for sure, but I think that's like 90% of it. Not sure
well,
why.
Maybe the way to do it. Maybe the way to do it is you do get what's his name, Lux to run that show, and basically tell him half is yours, half is mine, whatever you make.
I think that's smart. Yeah, have him like bring whoever on, Higgins, whoever he wants. You know, let him do his own.
Give him the freedom because he's experienced YouTuber. Give him the freedom to do whatever he likes, and basically make a deal. And don't get upset if he makes a lot of money. Deal is deal. So if you actually make the deal, okay, and he does really well, you say thank you. You take your half, you give him half. Well, after it's whatever percentage is taken from the super chat, and everyone is happy.
Yeah. No, I understand there. Guys, we better wrap this show up today.
Hang on. Don't wrap up. He needs to start his show to send him a link.
Yeah.
So, Nick, can you go start your show and we'll send a link?
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to set up the lead filtration system, Archie.
Yes,
Thank you.
no
We'll
worries.
talk later. Hopefully,
hey,
you know,
can you
I'm
come
not trying to
again?
make you feel bad, man.
Please,
I'll pop in here a few
please.
times a week. Hopefully, it helps somehow.
Yeah, we like you to come on here. And
Nick, when we transfer it and we end our show, we'll stay after stream. Me and Archie will talk nasty shit about you, just so you know.
That's fine.
But we will transfer the link. We don't really like you, but we want to appease you because
I
we
like
think
you,
alliance is.
I actually like you, and Archie makes me laugh, so that's why you know, can let a lot of shit go.
I actually love you, man. I actually fucking love you, to be very honest with you. And I find Archie hilarious. Archie is the funniest fucking guy on the YouTube. I really mean that.
Yeah.
And I love fucking teasing him. But all kidding aside, go and start so we can.
All right, I'm out. Okay? Thank you, Archie. I appreciate the help. I'm glad you had a good show. We'll talk later. And thank you.
Thank you, Watch Nicholas. I actually like Watch Nick. He sounds like a decent guy, Bear. You know that?
He really is, Archie. He really is. But all kidding aside, I want to say something.
Sure.
Your engagement tonight, I know it wasn't a lot of money on the Watch Talk. I understand that. But it was nice seeing you. It was refreshing seeing the OG in action. You know, Archie, all kidding aside, you still got it. You're fantastic. You are the man. I am honored to share the stream with a guy like you in that situation. You are fantastic. You truly are.
Thank you so much there. That's so sweet for you to say that. Let's have a look at our good super chatters tonight. Let's have a look what happened. We had JJ, always loyal. JJ, we had Patel Philippe, John C. We had the Watch Lounge. We had Nick M. We had Fella, Patel Philippe, P. Klein, Patel Philippe, Mr. Tudor to you. We had Patel Philippe, the Watch Lounge, Patel Philippe, and Thomas Burnett. Very loyal, Thomas Burnett. Patel Philippe, Lost Spring Bar, Tickology, Patel Philippe, Nick M, Mr. Valju, Tickology, Patel Philippe, Stella. We had Angie, we had Patel Philippe, Missy Negrone E, $2, Nick M, Mr. Tudor to you, Horological Freddy Krueger, Bursa, Mr. Valju, Playboy Hefner, Mr. Valju, John C. Neo, Bud the Stud, Mr. Valju, Bud the Stud, Mr. Valju, Bell, Mookie, Loose Tooth, and Loose Tooth again. We got the Rancher joining on after just about to close. Hello, Rancher.
Hey, what happened to Ross Rachel Brady? Where the heck did he go?
He comes on. He comes on. Sometimes he comes on. Sometimes he's welcome on. Everybody's welcome on.
Good. Also, I'm trying to figure out if that's an avatar of Mike the Snake or actually Mike the Snake, because he hasn't moved or said anything.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do.
Okay.
No, it's the dialogue has just been flowing and just to keep from
Anyway,
interrupting.
Did you set up the link, Archie?
Yes, I have. Link has been set up there, and I want to say a big thank you.
Can we have a Mikey do what he does the best? I think
Yes.
the show was fair. We still have about 130 viewers. Can Mikey go full screen, please, and tell the spikers to upvote?
Listen, people, you log on, you get entertained every day. Takes the same click that you used to log on with to just reach a scribble over an inch and click on that upvote button, and it's that easy. I forget to even do it sometimes myself, but it's just too easy to do, and it really helps the channel out. And you know, if you're entertained, you come here regularly and you like to enjoy the entertainment, you know, by clicking on the upvote, it really helps the algorithm out and it helps Archie out. And it's a way of kind of showing that you're happy with the entertainment. So please upvote. Please
Yes,
upvote.
sir. And Basil's Bezels, $2. Keeping AC3 going is a must. AC3 raises all ships. Okay, guys. Link to watch Nicholas. See you in 9 hours' time and tomorrow. See you later, guys.
I just had one thing.